All right. Let's see. Hopefully this is not going to be the second stream this month where the audio is muted for like a good 30 seconds. What's going on, people? What's up? What's happening? Can you all see me? But most importantly, can you all hear me? What's going on, people? What's up? What's happening? How y'all doing? See, it's probably going to take a few seconds for a lot of the homies to pull up. Okay, I'm seeing the comments roll in. That's what I'm talking about. How are the audio levels, guys? Is the music overpowering my voice? Is the music non-existent? What's it sounding like for y'all? Make sure you let me know before we get too far into this. Okay, everything's looking good. I appreciate that, Daniel Pack. John Diaz just comes up here. Yo, Ubisoft got an L today, man. Man, but let's be honest though. When doesn't Ubisoft get an L? Especially these days. But okay, so audio's sounding good. No music right now. Let me tick that up a little bit. I'm gonna tick the because I never wanted to overpower. How about that? I just want it to be like a nice little background for the first like 10-15 minutes of the stream. He said, "Now Ubisoft got an F." Damn. Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that later tonight. Oh boy. Gearbox got a fat L. Oh, snap. Chat is ready to just divvy out all the L's like it's nothing. But what's going on, chat? What's going on, people? What's up? Asbel Launt, Missed Daniel Pack, of course. Keeping it, Daniel Packin'. Let's see, we got Munch in the chat. Fear No Hate. What's going on, brother? We got Dude, I Got Food too. Luis, what's happening? Sterile Gamer. Let's see who else we got in here. Snorlax checking in. Aaron Stallings. PS Tutorials. What's happening, brother? All right. Oh, and Daniel Pack came through with a $5 super chat before I even started the stream. $5 super chat coming in from Daniel Pack. Y'all know what would be sick? If Neo came in and found that each and every single one of us gave the stream a like. Oh, look at Daniel Pack. Man, never fails, Daniel Pack. Appreciate you, brother. Corey Gryffindor, what's going on, brother? We got the Elitist Savage. Jason. Just Jason. Omega Katana, what's happening? Anthony Nguyen. We got Valkian24, NTV. Of course, John Diaz is here. We got JetLife504, the Video Games HD. What's happening? Daniel Hidalgo with the message retracted. I couldn't get a chance to see what he was talking about. We got Rescue Squad. Dimwit Monkey, of course. Pierre the Gamer, what's going on, brother? All right. Let's see. We got Brawls in the chat. We got The Enigma, Mr. Degenerate. I love that name. Deadwade 213, Dante, and we got Squid Biscuit. No, I missed out. We got Cool Guy Willie. There we go. Did I miss anybody else here for the first like 2-3 minutes? No, I think we good. No, I did miss somebody else. We got Juan. What's happening, Juan? And then I think we good. I'm gonna just scroll back up just to double check, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think we good, man. I think we good. Alrighty. And Ghost Fixter came through last minute. Alright, what's going on, people? What's up? What's happening? I'm just gonna get the intros out of the way. We just gonna start this shit. Welcome to Ask Neo. If y'all is tuning in for the very first time, Ask Neo is the somewhat regular Q&A series where y'all ask me questions and I try my very best to answer them in a timely fashion. Now, unlike previous Ask Neo episodes that we do, where we just chill, relax, hang out, we do have a couple things to discuss tonight, considering it is the eve of E3, or should I say, you know what? Normally, like, Microsoft and Sony's press conferences are like the precursors to E3, but considering this year with E3, it's just all over the place. When does E3 really start? Does it start tomorrow with Microsoft's, or does it start later on in the week? I don't know. It's just so weird. So I guess it's E3 week all week because everybody in the mama has a whole conference, which, oh, some of them shouldn't. But yeah. Before we dive into the stream, if you guys want to check out the video description, there are a couple of links per interest, links to the Discord community, my Twitter, social media outlets, Patreon, things like that. And yeah, other than that, we're just going to chill and hang out tonight, you guys. We're just going to have some fun, answer some questions. Oh, and the homie Gustavo Bravo came through with the $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. Going to Disney California Adventure in July to check out the Avengers campus, and just sad I couldn't visit because of COVID. I would love a high-quality Fullmetal Alchemist Fighters-like game. So first things first, man, that Avengers Campus, I've actually been hearing a lot of good things. You know, I've always wanted to get out there and go to Disneyland, because I've always been to Disney World, considering it's closer to me. It's down in Florida versus Disneyland, which is all the way out west in Cali. And one thing I've noticed about like that Avengers Campus, man, is it's looking pretty solid. It doesn't look like it's just a cheapo cash grab because we got the license. They actually put a lot of effort into this shit, so I definitely want to check it out. And yeah, man, I mean, you were there on the last stream, Gustavo, where we were talking about the possibility of Arc Systems Works working on a My Hero Academia game. Honestly, man, just to appease to everybody, they should do like some type of a jump fighting game, so that way you can have representation from all different franchises from all different eras. But in the case of Fullmetal Alchemist, I don't think that would happen, considering that's I forget who publishes it in Japan, but I know over here in the States it was I think it was, well, it wasn't licensed by Square Enix, or no, it was Viz. I have to go check my volume, but I know it's not like in regular Jump, right? But what's going on to all the new people coming through to the chat? Thank you guys for pulling up. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that like button. And yeah, so I'm just gonna scroll and blast all these questions from y'all. Let's see what y'all is talking about. Okay. All right, and audio levels are good, by the way, now that I switched the music. Alrighty, let's see. Cinemas in Ireland opened this week. I got to see Mugen Train with the guys. Very good movie. Oh, that is so awesome, dude. Yeah, that's one thing I do love about sometimes about what's the exact term I'm looking for? Like where movies play in different countries at different times, you get to see everyone's reactions at like different times. So, you know, we got Mugen Train at the end of April over here in the United States. And, you know, now because theaters are opening up in the UK and Europe, people are getting a chance to see it there. So it's like every single week I'm inundated with all types of reactions of Mugen Train. And I fucking love it, man. I fucking love it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's drink every time Xbox mentions Game Pass. Juan, we would be dead before we're 10 minutes into the stream. I do not condone that. We will drink some water every time they mention Game Pass. That way we stay hydrated, because we definitely do need to do hydration checks. Neo, have you ever played Dragon Quest XI? Yes, I have played Dragon Quest XI, actually. I've done multiple playthroughs of it, mainly because I got it on PlayStation 4 first. Got about like 25 hours in, and then the Switch version came out, had a whole bunch of content. It was portable, copped it on there, finished it on there, and now it's on Xbox Game Pass with all that new content and in 4K. So I'll probably be diving back in for another playthrough, but that's probably not going to happen until further down the road. I have a lot of other games in my backlog that I do want to play, and I just don't want to go and replay a long ass JRPG like that. You know, I only do that if it's a game that has been remastered recently. So take, for example, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. I recently rebought that on Xbox because I got the version on Switch a few years ago. Didn't finish it on Switch. So I'm just like, yo, man, I just started another playthrough on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Versus if I had beaten the game on Switch, I probably would have never touched it on Xbox. Chris the Mayo on Fries Eater. Oh, that's really ingrained in your brain, isn't it, Corey Gryffindor? Listen, man, we ain't get into this. Don't let this man Randall Thor. Just no. But he's probably gonna come into the stream and bully me in a second. I have a feeling that's the Rand thing to do. $10 super chat coming in from Don Otaku. Thank you very much, brother. Want to stay and watch, but I'm at a gender reveal party. No AC in the house, and we in Texas. This man finna die. They dropped the cake too before I got a slice. I need to dip ASAP. Yo, Don Otaku, get the fuck out of there, bro. First off, gender reveal parties are never fun, man. That shit is boring as hell, man. Second, no AC in Texas? Oh, son, everything is bigger than Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas, including the weather, bro. So, nah, get the fuck out of there. And they dropped the cake. Bro, who the... Nah, man. Shit, man. We might have to call in a rescue squad for Don Otaku, because that boy over there is suffering. But I appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you for coming through. Oh, God. Yeah, that just, man, pray for that boy. Pray for that boy. Okay, let's see. The YouTuber I was watching accidentally watched the VR event instead of Devolver Digital. And they're probably wondering, like, this is the strangest Devolver Digital event. Is this a prank? Like, how long is this prank going on for? Because that's the one thing I do love about Devolver and their streams is that they're just so fucking wild and chaotic. So I wouldn't be surprised if on one occasion they actually did a stream and it was just a completely different stream and people were like, wait a minute, what is going on? I could see that happening. Let's see. Bleach needs a new game. Oh, absolutely, bro. Well, Bleach is making a comeback, though, so hopefully it ticks up in games, too. So is Yakuza Like a Dragon coming to Game Pass? I mean, if you guys have seen the reports today and you saw them leaks from Xbox Brazil and then Melissa McGame Pass, it's looking pretty likely, you guys. So if you haven't purchased the game yet, I would hold off at least for the next 18 hours or so, you know. Let's see. Oh, and then we got a couple homies coming in with some super chats. $4.99 super chat from Munch. Did you see the rumor going around that Back 4 Blood might be a Game Pass day one release? And yes, speaking of Yakuza Like a Dragon, that's another thing. Everything is just getting leaked today, you guys. Welcome to E3 season. Welcome to E3 during a pandemic where everything's digital. Back 4 Blood is looking like it might come to Game Pass day one, and that was one of my predictions, something I did want for that game, because you know me, I'm really getting back into co-op games, and Game Pass is perfect for those type of experiences, since, you know, I have a lot of friends who, you know, it's kind of hard to convince them to buy games, because, like, let's say, for example, there's a game I love, and I really want all my friends to play it, but then they buy it and it's not their cup of tea. They just wasted money on it. You know what I'm saying? But Game Pass solves that problem. So something like Back 4 Blood, I mean, I was already going to buy Back 4 Blood day one. I probably still will on PC. But if it's coming to Game Pass day one on Xbox, that just solves my problem right there. You know, I can play with my Xbox boys, play with my PC boys. So, yeah, man, I'm excited. Hopefully they do announce that tomorrow, because they said they was going to go hard in the paint with Game Pass announcements. So we'll see. $5 super chat from Flame. If you look in the mirror and say mayonnaise 3 times, the lights go out and you hear behind you, the man with the million. Oh my goodness. Nobody try that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But appreciate the super chats, y'all. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm the only person excited for Back 4 Blood, you guys. Is that just me? Like, I'm listening to all these people out there, and then when I posted that tweet, everyone's just like, man, ain't nobody care about this Back 4 Blood shit. Is it because people are bored of zombies? But it's the Left 4 Dead guys. And we haven't got a Left 4 Dead-like game in such a long time. I don't know, man. Like, maybe because I played the alpha and I really enjoyed it when it worked. I'm excited for this shit, bro. Since you love Mayo so much, go play I Am Mayo. Oh no, Corey, I have these things called standards, and I wouldn't play that just for trophies. Oh, man, but seriously, fuck Rand for what he did. Now this is gonna be like etched in Neo's history of memes, you know? Fucking mayonnaise. Insider Neo confirms both Yakuza 7 and Persona 5. Well, Yakuza Like a Dragon is more or less confirmed. Persona 5, I'm keeping my mouth shut. Let's see. Neo, 3 days ago, it was the year anniversary of when you uploaded the Xbox One X review, and it happened to be when I first found you. I just want to say it's been good, and I plan to be here for a long time. Oh, missed, man. My heart, brother. My heart, brother. Or sister, whichever you are. Whatever floats your boat. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's guys, if you can believe it or not, it's been a year since that Xbox video went viral. And here we are, to this day, still pumping out more content. The family is growing. We're having fun. We're chilling. Yo, like, I can't fucking believe it. Like, it's fucking insane. And, you know, I have nobody to thank except you guys for all the support you've been giving the channel by commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing the videos out. Seriously, you guys are fucking amazing. And that's one thing I do love about this little family we got going on. You know, it's just all of us chilling, hanging out. Every single one of y'all bullying me over my choice of condiments on French fries. But, you know, that's all love and that's all fun. Like, seriously, I can't wait for everything to get back to normal. So when we do have these events like E3 and Comic-Con, we can all just hang out and fucking rent out a whole damn bar and shit. Like, that stuff would be really fucking dope. Oh, man. Neo, what do you think about Battlefield 2042? I mean, here's the thing, you guys. Like, I really love Battlefield, even though I haven't played Battlefield since 4. It was just a really awkward time for me. I wasn't playing too many multiplayer games from, like, 2014 to like now. But I really loved Battlefield Bad Company 2, 3, and 4. And just looking at what I've heard about 2042 before the reveal, it seems right up my alley, man. You know, I'm not really the biggest fan of so many futuristic games out there where you have all these fucking jetpacks and like, leave that shit to Titanfall. You know what I'm saying? Like all the boosting and all that stuff. Leave it to Titanfall. I'm definitely more of a boots on the ground type of person, more skill based than just all these crazy fucking powers. So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any gameplay yet. We are going to see it tomorrow, but I think that we are in for a good Battlefield experience, depending on EA and if EA does the whole EA thing, and I don't really want to jinx anything, but yeah, there has been this whole, and I think this will be a great topic of conversation. And I'm Black and Munch, and damn, you guys are making it rain in the club like I'm a $2 stripper or something. Holy shit, thank you, appreciate it. But before we dive into the super chats, you guys are the best. I do want to speak on this Battlefield 2042 situation, because I'm seeing the community has been split down the middle as far as what they think about the idea of the game in its state. So for those who are not following or just don't care about Battlefield 2042 is launching this fall, and it's going to be a multiplayer only experience at $70 if you're buying it on the next gen, current gen systems, and then $60 if you're buying it on last gen systems and PC, which has prompted a lot of people to say that that's a ripoff, considering, you know, previous Battlefield games have come with campaigns and multiplayer components. This one has only multiplayer. It's more money, and in an era of free-to-play games, why in the world are they launching a premium multiplayer experience and charging for the inevitable battle passes and things like that? Now, here's the thing. I have no problem with them launching a Battlefield game that is multiplayer focused, because, like, let's just be honest, and I feel like this is just where people, you know, they like to get in their emotions about shit. Nobody buys Battlefield games for the campaigns. Nobody buys any of these multiplayer game focused titles for the campaigns. Now, every now and then we do get good campaigns. Like the past couple Call of Duty campaigns have been decent, not gonna lie. But more often than not, how much time are you putting into those games versus the multiplayer, right? The campaigns are like 4 to 8 hours long. Multiplayer, you get well above that, because that's just what we're here for. Now, I'm not saying that as an excuse as to why they dropped it. If you genuinely enjoyed the Battlefield campaigns and you're mad that they don't have it in this, kudos to you, that's fine. But I'm just talking about the general mass population. Looking at the data, most people don't play those campaigns, and those campaigns are not good in the first place. So if they just wanted to say, fuck a campaign, it's costing us too much money, none of y'all niggas play it, and we're gonna go for multiplayer, I'm okay with that. Charging $70 though, I don't have a problem with them doing that with the lack of campaign. I have a problem with them doing that in the era of free-to-play games like Warzone and Apex Legend and all those other games, and they still want to charge you even more. So $70 is the entry price to the experience, and I'm not sure how much better of experience it's going to be because it's $70 versus all these other games out there that are free and then they just charge you up the asshole. So that's my argument as far as the whole situation is concerned. I'm going to get the game because I like Battlefield, and if it's as good as 3 and 4 were, and if it runs good, you know, because Battlefield 4 did not run great at launch, then you got me there. But I do think it is kind of weird that they are launching a multiplayer-focused premium experience in an era of free-to-play Battle Royale games. I have a feeling maybe down the road they are going to come out with their own separate Battle Royale mode to satisfy that craving that people want, something different than Warzone and Apex and Fortnite. But yeah, man, it's EA, and I don't know. Like, it's just, I'm going into this very cautiously, you know what I'm saying? But I view it differently than a lot of people out there who are saying that, you know, I'm not buying it because it doesn't have a campaign. You know, I don't give two shits about Battlefield campaigns, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking more at it like, golly, I just don't like the fact that you're already charging for season passes. That's where I'm just like, ugh. But hey, we'll see how great the game is, how it runs. And maybe if the rumors are to be believed, which they are rumors, maybe this is a good way for Xbox to leverage Game Pass and that EA partnership they have and launch it on Game Pass. I don't know if they do it day one, but I can definitely see it being on Game Pass within like 6 months, a year. You know, because that's EA's usual output. They always put their games into EA Play within a year. So I could see this landing there eventually. And depending on how long they want to draw this out. Because remember, this is a Battlefield game made in an era where games are more about longevity versus, hey, we put out this game and then 2 years later we buy the new one. Like, some people can get away with that, like Call of Duty. Like, they still have Warzone and they make all their money off Warzone, but they still put out annual releases for Call of Duty. So we'll see. All right, so we have a $5 super chat coming in from I'm gonna mispronounce your name, brother. I'm so sorry. Crochel Black. Ubisoft's E3 conference was boring as hell, and Gearbox's E3 stream was an absolute disaster. Nintendo, Square Enix, Microsoft, y'all better come strong. Okay, so here's the thing. I was dipping my toe in the water when it came to Ubisoft's conference. Like, I was watching it, and then not really, because, you know, I was coming back from the gym, so I had it on when I was driving, and then when I got home, I had it on when I was in the shower, just listening to it. And, bro, outside of Rainbow Six Extraction and that Mario Rabbids sequel, that conference was straight booty cheeks, bro. Like, I'm looking at this shit and I'm thinking, like, all right, Ubisoft is one of the biggest publishers in the world. They have literally thousands of developers who do fuck all sometimes, man. And then we're looking at this shit and we're thinking, all right, yo, Beyond Good and Evil 2, Splinter Cell, Rayman, anything than the status quo. And, bro, we got shit, man. We got shit on a biscuit, bro. And this is just not okay, man. Now, like I said, Rainbow Six Extraction looks cool. Mario Rabbids is going to be a day one for me because I played the first game and I love the first game. But, dude, if you didn't care about those games, what the fuck was in this conference? That Avatar game? Really? Really? So we're going to get an Avatar game, a fucking Ubisoft Assassin's Creed clone where you got to climb up the trees and press Y to sync up. Oh. If y'all can hear that song, that's how I feel right now, bro. So, yeah, I'm just, Ubisoft, like, they had one good E3 conference years ago, and then it's just like, oh, nah. Gearbox's stream, I didn't even watch, man. I was taking a nap, and then I woke up, and I just saw the timeline in shambles, bro. My man said, I didn't pay money to watch this Gearbox stream, but I want to get a refund. I was dying, bro. But, yeah, man, I mean, listen, like I said in the last stream, it is still, you know, a pandemic, so obviously that's affected game development tremendously. But come on, y'all gotta bring more than that shit. Like, what? So fingers crossed for tomorrow, bro. But I ain't holding my breath, you guys. I am not holding my breath. So if this shit is straight cheeks, this shit is straight cheeks. Oh. Lee, oh boy. Alright, so $4.99 super chat from Munch. Well, Back 4 Blood is confirmed to be crossplay, and Overwatch and Rainbow Six Siege is also going to be crossplay as well. That is awesome, dude. But I think, if anything, I'll probably still get it for PC, considering if I do want to stream the game, it's much easier for me to stream it on PC versus hooking up my consoles to a capture card. Literally, when you stream on PC, it's just open up the program. That's it. You don't have to deal with any type of latency, things like that. The only thing you really have to worry about is your PC being powerful enough to do that. But I'm glad it is crossplay. I love how crossplay is now the wave, because that just makes shit so much easier for everybody, man. Because all you got to do is just sync up in a Discord, and you Gucci. $5 super chat from Gustavo Bravo. As long as I don't like mustard, that shit is nasty. Only thing I look forward to is DDLC Plus coming to PlayStation and Nintendo. I heard a lot of people have been hyping that game up, Gustavo Bravo. You gotta catch me up to speed on what that is, because I don't know, man. People like, I'm always curious about those things. Like, when the niche things start getting hyped up, it makes me go like, what is this all about? Watch it be like some hentai game or something. Oh wait, you don't like mustard? No, you don't like mustard. How do you not like mustard? Yo, I am a big honey mustard fanatic, you guys. I stay having honey mustard in my fridge, man. I love that shit. Ooh, and then the homie Alan came through with $1. $1. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you. And then Flame coming in with the $2 super chat. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is a myth. Prove me wrong. Oh, boy. Oh, look at the likes. The likes right now are at 69, you guys. Nice. But yeah, that Beyond Good and 2, man. When did they... Yo... When did they announce that game? I think it was like 2015, 2016, right? And I remember at E3 2018, that was the first time I ever went to E3. I was waiting at the airport and I was watching the stream and I was like, yo, they're showing like a trailer for this shit. Holy hell. And here we are 3 years later, man. 3 years later, nothing. I'm telling you, bro, that game has gotten rebooted 40 different times. The director of the game left. I think he's like some nature what's the term? Conservate. You know, he wants to conserve the environment, something like that. But yeah, the second he left the project, I was like, oh no. And then they said, oh no, it's still in good hands, which is a fucking lie. And this just proved it to us, man. And this is what fucking scares me, you guys. It can either go one of two ways. It's either going to be another Ubisoft Assassin's Creed-like game with radio towers and waypoints and all that shit, or they rebooted it and they're trying to keep it in line with the original spirit of the game. One of those two things will happen whenever this game comes out, if it comes out. You know what the funny thing is? Shout out to Ryan McCaffrey. You guys know him. But I put on my Twitter, I was just like, somebody explain to me what is going on with this game. And this man came in here and he was just like, this game is never coming out. I never thought this game was coming out in the first place. I was like, damn, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, and shout out to the homie for becoming a member. Shout out to Daniel Pack for becoming a member or re-upping his membership. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Nature conservationist. Thank you, you guys. You guys are here for the big words that I miss out on. Okay, but yeah, so I don't know, man. E3 starting off is looking kind of spooky, you guys. But you know what the thing is? I'm gonna stay optimistic. If I can at least get a couple of good things, a couple of good announcements, I'll be okay. But we got Xbox tomorrow, you guys. Well, what's going on? What do we think is gonna happen, man? What do we think's gonna happen? Like, I don't know if you guys saw Jeff Grubb's tweet, but he was just saying, yo, all those games that they showed off last year, don't expect them this year. And he was talking about like Fable, Avowed, Perfect Dark. He was talking about all that shit, bro. And I'm just like, yeah, it makes sense. But still, so what are we gonna have? Like Halo Infinite and Starfield and Forza? I mean, those are good, but damn. Let's see. Neo, I'm on chapter 15 of Yakuza Like Dragon. I'm not going to say anything because of spoilers for people in the chat, but Matthew Mercer voices him good. I hope you know who that is. Oh, yes, I fucking do, Mist. And here's the thing. Because I actually loved Mark Hamill's take on this character. I just spoiled it for people who don't know. But when I heard Matthew Mercer was voicing him in the new game, I was like, ugh, we'll see. And he did a very good job at capturing just the essence of Majima and his craziness. Like, Matthew Mercer's got a great laugh, so it's perfect for him. He did a great job. And I like the fact that they brought back the other voice actors, too. But yeah, I just loved Yakuza. Oh yeah, by the way, I finished Yakuza Like Dragon, for those who don't know. I finished it up earlier this week, and man, that shit fucking broke me, bro. I say that about a lot of games, because I get really attached to the stories of games and characters, and if you can craft a game that has an amazing world filled with characters that I just love and I don't want the story to end, it's probably going to go down as one of my favorite games, and Yakuza Like a Dragon is no exception to that, man. Honestly, that is a top 3 Yakuza game for me. Like, no questions asked. $5 super chat from Daniel Pack. Like the stream, like the stream, like the stream, like the stream. Hey, listen, I didn't say this, you guys. That was Daniel Pack. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure y'all hit that like button, or else Daniel Pack is going to find you. And if Daniel Pack doesn't find you, Mexican Zoidberg will. Because, listen, I'm just the pretty face. They're the muscle. They're the muscle behind the whole operation. Appreciate you, Daniel Pack. Thank you, brother. I kind of stalk Neo's Twitter. I mean, to be honest, isn't that what following is? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all stalking people at the end of the day. Well, shout out to the beverage of choice for tonight, you guys. We have got vintage seltzer. That's my go-to. It's either this, cranberry juice, or essential water. Yeah. Yeah, man, like I said, no, I'm not saying that Xbox is going to have a trash conference, you guys, because they're not going to show off those games. All I'm saying is don't be surprised if all the things we saw last year we don't see, because last year all those games were CGI trailers, and then given the fact that we've been in a pandemic, that slowed down development. So maybe if we didn't have a pandemic, we'd see gameplay, but yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm just excited to see, like, what new stuff they show off. Like, I want to see new stuff to play on my Series X within the next year, you know? Because Game Pass is awesome, and I like the Game Pass drops. I like getting those experiences day one, but man, that can only go so far in my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the dub for Like a Dragon is really good, Andre. But here's the thing, I've been playing Yakuza games for over 10 years now, and I'm just stuck with the Japanese voices. Even in the new game with a bunch of new characters, I can't, I don't know, like, Yakuza is one of those series where I will only play it in Japanese, even though Judgment and Like a Dragon have a dub. Like, that's awesome for newcomers. I love that because studies have shown things that are localized into a region with authentic, like, voice actors, they sell a lot better. And that's just going to bring a lot more people into the experience who don't want to read subtitles, and that's okay. So, yeah, I'm happy for people who are enjoying the dub of those games. Oh, no diet water? No diet water today, Maddie. No diet water. I don't have lemons. Let's see. Everybody was always hating Xbox, so what's going to be different? Well, here's the thing. I want to dispel this myth. It's not... Yes, there are fanboys who are going to hate Xbox because that's just what fanboys do. But for a lot of us in the community... We've had to hear for the past 4 years, wait for E3, wait for E3. This is the best year for Xbox, the best year for Xbox. It never has been. Like, yeah, you have some good games, but when they keep saying the best year for Xbox, you must be thinking like they're going to be dropping bombs every month. Now, I think going forward, it's going to get better. But man, it's just waiting, man. It's just waiting, bro. Like, yes, last year was supposed to be the year. You know, and I don't think it's too out of character for me to say that, you know, like I love Xbox, I love the direction they're going, and I'm excited about the future, but it's getting to the future. That's where it's like, All right, so we have a $25 super chat coming in from Silverwolf26. Appreciate you, brother. Sup, Neo? I'm looking forward to seeing more stuff on Final Fantasy 16, Tales of Arise, and Lost Judgment. There's plenty more, but I'm hyped for those 3 right now unless something else catches me off guard. Yup, man, you just listing all types of bangers coming out of Japan, bro. Out of those 3 games, I'm definitely the most excited for Final Fantasy 16, followed by Lost Judgment, and then Tales of Arise. No disrespect to Tales of Arise. You guys know I stand the Tales series. I love the Tales series, but I don't know, like Tales games, they haven't really been hitting in recent years. They've been good. They've been serviceable. Like Berseria was awesome, but it's like I'm waiting for the Tales series to take that next big step forward. And I'm looking at Arise. It looks cool. It looks fun. But whether or not it is that game, I'll just have to see more about it. All right, $4.99 super chat coming in from Munch. Would you lose your mind if the first thing you see in the Microsoft Bethesda showcase is Todd Howard coming out being the public speaker? I mean, it is an Xbox Plus Bethesda conference, so I wouldn't be surprised if Todd comes out and says it just works. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and delivers a lot of announcements about Bethesda's RPGs in addition to other things Bethesda's working on. Because, you know, it's not like Microsoft bought a developer. They bought a whole publisher. So this is, yes, it's all under their umbrella, but Bethesda is going to have a big presence there, which, again, I think that goes back to what I was talking about before. The reason why they bought Bethesda, it's not just because they needed more studios. With the acquisition of Bethesda, they needed more studios for Game Pass because, and as you guys have seen, with the recent thing that went on with Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella talking about how they are trying to aim for like a big Game Pass game every quarter, you can't really do that with, like, how many studios did they have before? Like 8, 9, 10, something like that. You can't do that to the same degree unless those studios are working on really small projects and they have multiple teams. Most of them are working on either ongoing titles or they're working on, like the Coalition, for example. They take a few years to work on Gears, and then that's how it is. So obviously it's going to take a long time for those games to come out. So what you do is you buy a whole publisher that already has games in the works and they have multiple teams, so that way you can get it to the point where you can release a big game every single quarter. So at the very least, you're going to have 4 big games coming out of Xbox every single year once this plan starts going, you know, once it starts getting rolling, which is very powerful because then you literally are just sitting back and chilling like, yeah, that's right, you guys, that $7 billion, that shit ain't a joke no more, huh? Which is, it's gonna be cool to see if all this works out for them. Cause man, if this shit works, you guys, and obviously all those games are gonna be on Game Pass, but if all those games are fucking quality, man, we're getting like boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be intense. What are they supposed to say? This is going to be an incredibly mid-year for Xbox? Yeah, it's going to be a lukewarm year for Xbox. I just want to see somebody come up there and say that. Oh, what's going on, Darkest Hero? Yeah, but if they're still using the creation engine, people are going to flip. Yup. And it kind of bothers me because I feel like what they should have done for their first big next generation game is make it next gen only and have a brand new engine. I think that'd be the best way to get people back on board with Bethesda RPGs in that respect. Because there's a lot of people who enjoy them, myself included. But I'm not one of those people that says like, yo, Fallout and Skyrim won flawlessly. Like, no, obviously I know your mileage is going to vary as far as that's concerned. But who knows? They probably, they're probably going to do that with Elder Scrolls 6. But then again, that game is probably not until 2025, 2026. It's going to be a minute, bro. It's going to be a minute. Neo, would you be hyped for a Forza Horizon 5 reveal? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Horizon 4 is awesome. So if Horizon 5 is on that level, hell yeah. I'd be excited. But I don't hide the fact that I'm not a big racing gamer, so I'll be excited for it, but to me, it wouldn't be a game that would make or break the show. Like, I would see that, but for me, Forza Horizon 5 is kind of like B tier on my list of things I want to see, where it's like great that it's there, but I'm not going to sit here and say like, yo, they dropped bombs with Forza Horizon 5, because that's the same. I have that same energy for Gran Turismo, you know? Like, I don't care about that, so, you know, like, I appreciate it for it being there, but it's not like if they showed off, I don't know, an In Exile Fallout game or something. Your thoughts on a Kingdom Hearts announcement at Square Enix? From what I understand, William, they wanted to take kind of a break with Kingdom Hearts, or at least their next big foray into Kingdom Hearts, because, you know, they just wrapped up the Darkseeker saga. So after they put out Melody of Memories, I think they're really trying to figure out where they want to take the franchise next. So I think what we're going to be seeing from now until they figure that out is probably going to be more spin-off games, more mobile stuff, maybe getting HD ports, maybe just ports in general to other platforms like the Switch. But if we're talking about the next big game, I don't know. But then again, the 20th anniversary is next year, so I think if we were to see something major, it would most likely be shown off next year. And then, knowing Square Enix's development for the most part, we probably wouldn't see that game until I have grandkids. Hey, but I mean, they've been doing pretty good so far, man. Final Fantasy 16, you know, that game ain't coming out this year. That game ain't coming out this year. If it does, if I hear something about it and it says coming out this year and it hits, I'll be like, yo, Square. Hey, what's going on, Mav? Yo, shout out to the homie Mav from Fun Speculation. How you doing, brother? How you doing? But yeah, if it realistically, just to finish up this talk about Kingdom Hearts, I think the most we are going to see, if they do talk about Kingdom Hearts, if it's not like a port of whatever they've been doing on the mobile games, is we'll most likely get a proper next-gen update for Kingdom Hearts 3. Corey Gryffindor mentioned that in the last stream we were doing, and funny enough, everyone like chimed in since, and they were just like, yeah, it definitely needs a next-gen upgrade because there's something going on with the audio and you can't change certain aspects of it. I didn't really know that because like I played Kingdom Hearts 3 once, put it away. But yeah, people were just saying, no, they got to go back and actually fine-tune everything outside of just like a stable 60 frames, 4K resolution. So hopefully. Hi, Neo. What about a new Twisted Metal game? I would love that, bro. Twisted Metal was my jam back in the day. And it kind of sucks that it's been almost 10 years and PlayStation hasn't done anything with it. Because the thing about, you know what really kind of... So, the end of the PS3 and 360 generation was very disappointing for a lot of people because they felt like it was fatiguing. That generation went on far longer than previous generations. Most console generations were 4 to 5 years. That generation went on for a full 7 years. Now it doesn't really feel like it because we're accustomed to it. But back then it was like, by the time we got to like 2012, 2013, people were fed up, man. So games like God of War Ascension, Gears of War Judgment, a lot of those games underperformed dramatically. They felt really phoned in. But during that time, we saw like PlayStation experiment with bringing back older franchises like Twisted Metal. We got a new Sly Cooper game, and I thought they were decent for what they were. You know, they obviously weren't as good as the older titles, But, you know, everyone was just like sick and tired. Like, nah, man, I ain't gonna fuck with this shit. And, you know, we haven't seen any games in those franchises since. But I think now is the time to bring back some of those older series, especially in the era of multiplayer games. Like, that's one reason why I was so excited for Destruction All-Stars when it was shown off, because it looked like the closest thing we could have to a Twisted Metal game. And then we saw that game and they was trying to charge $70 and it just did not look worth $70. And yeah, I don't think anyone's playing Destruction All-Stars, even though it's on like PlayStation Plus. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we get something soon in the future. Wasn't there Twisted Metal on PS4? There wasn't a original Twisted Metal on PS4. There was a PS2, PS4 classic version. So it was like an older game that they re-released on PS4. All right, $5 super chat from Gustavo Bravo. DDLC Plus is a psychological horror game. Won't be able to watch E3 live because of work, but I'll just catch up on my nights. But not expecting a lot. Oh, okay, it's a psychological horror game. All right, cool. I don't know why I thought it was like some hentai shit, because usually sometimes... All right, so I have a homie. His name is DeMarcos. Shout out to Ichikoga. Every single time he be hyping up something, I have to take it with a grain of salt, because I go look that shit up and it's some weird ass like hentai visual novel. So I'm very wary, you know, when he says, "Oh, this is awesome." But that's my homie though. Okay. Let's see. We need Sonic Adventure 3. What are you talking about, David? We got Sonic Adventure 3. It's called Sonic 06, which is Purified Storm's favorite game, by the way. What are the odds of State of Decay 3 showing up? Oh, I don't think so. Like I said, with all the other games that they showed off, they are very early in development. Like, realistically, I think we'll probably see gameplay, if we're lucky, end of the year, but most likely next year. Let's see. $2 super chat from Roosevelt 770. How did you get your PS5 there? Final Fantasy 7 integrate spoilers. I have not touched the DLC yet, you guys. Because I got Final Fantasy 7 Intergrade and Ratchet and Clank at the same time, and I've just been playing Ratchet. I want to finish up Ratchet first before I dive into the DLC. Because the thing is, it's like, yeah, Ratchet, I'll play through it. I can play through multiple times. But that Final Fantasy 7 DLC, I'm not going to get another game like this until Square Enix puts out the next, whenever the next part of the remake is, and that might be a while. But with Insomniac, I can always jump into a new Insomniac experience, because they have a very good... they're just very good at how they are able to release games in a steady fashion. Let's see. $2 super chat from Flame. DDLC is a bit of a bait and switch visual novel. Okay. All right. I'm definitely going to look into this soon. When is Sony's event? So PlayStation does not have an event this year. They haven't done E3 in a few years. So there is no like conference that we can stream. I do think they are probably going to do a state of play of what they have coming out for the rest of the year. If not this week, then maybe at the end of the month. Because they do like to time it around big events. My dream is for Ubisoft to remake the first Assassin's Creed, or to remaster Black Flag in 4K for next gen. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done anything with Black Flag. I think Black Flag is one of the only Assassin's Creed games on Xbox that hasn't received the FPS boost, which is very weird, but who knows, they might do that soon. But yeah, Black Flag was like the last Assassin's Creed game I think everyone universally enjoyed, and everything since then has always been like hit or miss. Like, apparently Unity was cool to some people, but a lot of people didn't want to give it a chance because it was broken on release. I really enjoyed Syndicate, but again, the backlash of Unity, a lot of people didn't like it. And then after that, this new era of Assassin's Creed games, Odyssey, Origins, and Valhalla, I hear very different things from people. Like, some people love Origins because it's more in line with classic Assassin's Creed. And then a lot of people love Odyssey because it's so different than past Assassin's Creed. But then a lot of people hate Odyssey because of the bloat. And then there's Valhalla, which I honest to God tried to play Valhalla, you guys. I just couldn't, man. I don't know. Maybe Ubisoft games and me do not mix. You know what I'm saying? Like, more power to people who play them, but I don't know, man. I don't know, like, Ubisoft to me is like the fast food publisher of gaming, where they make decent experiences, but not overall like, yo, incredible, wow, just chef's kiss type, you know what I'm saying? Because the last time they did that for me was like Black Flag, and that was 2013. I don't know, like, Rayman's fun, but they don't do anything with Rayman anymore. Splinter Cell Blacklist was cool, But that was the last Splinter Cell we got. Guys, do you guys know how down bad I am right now? Do you want to know how down bad I am right now? I am tempted to rebuy every single Splinter Cell game on Xbox and play it. Every single one that's on there. All the backwards compatible titles. Conviction, Blacklist. Because I didn't play them on Xbox. I played Conviction on PC. Obviously, like the older titles I played. I didn't play them on the original Xbox. I actually emulated them years later. And then Blacklist I played on... I believe it was on PS3. Yeah, it was on PS3. So, yeah, I haven't touched them on Xbox. So I think I'll just go back and play them. I don't know. Maybe they'll do like an FPS boost of all those games. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. I was just looking at them on the store and I was like, damn, these shits look kind of good. Even though they were still like $20 or whatever, I was tempted to buy it. I think we're getting Splinter Cell 2. Oh, listen. If Xbox comes out there and they announce that they're working on an exclusive Splinter Cell game and that shit is exclusive and it's actually a Splinter Cell game we want and not some bullshit ass battle royale type of shtick, Xbox One E3. Like, period, point blank. They could show off Voodoo Vince for an hour and then end off with Splinter Cell and I would just be like, Xbox One E3. But it has to be a classic Splinter Cell game. I don't want any, like, if you want to do multiplayer, you can do multiplayer separately. But I need that classic Splinter Cell experience. That is what I need. And if Xbox can give me to that, if they can give me that shit, Phil Dominus Maximus, Aurelius Spencer, I will buy an Xbox every single generation. What studios, if any, do you think Xbox will acquire this E3? If I had to take a guess, studios, I think they'll probably want to buy like more of like the single A, double A type of publishers. So, you know, like some European based publishers who have a couple studios under their belt, or studios that they think they can fill a niche that is lacking in the Xbox sphere. So as you guys know, Xbox is really trying to get big into, obviously they're really big into like the creation games and everything. But I think like those type of games they really want to cultivate on Xbox. Because, you know, obviously they're huge on PC and they're like, okay, yeah, so maybe we can bring those games over. Or studios that they really think they can cultivate into a AAA style studio. So, like, take for example, Asobo, right? They did a Plague's Tale: Innocence. Very good game, but you know it was very small in scale and scope. So like a studio like that, I could see Microsoft acquiring because, you know, they worked on, I believe they also did Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that's obviously a reason they want to acquire them. But just for games like A Plague's Tale, which got very good reviews because of its story and its narrative, I could see them wanting to build them up. Similar to Ninja Theory, Hellblade. That's the biggest reason why they want to acquire Ninja Theory, because their vision and their expertise in that realm and just going from there. So, yeah, that's what I think they can do. You know, like, very smart acquisitions. I don't think they'll just go around and buy a studio just cuz. Like Sega, for example. I know everyone is like, oh my god, they gotta buy Sega. They gotta buy Sega. They gotta buy Sega. I don't... Like, okay, yes, to fill small niches, like when it comes to more Japanese games, but it would be way cheaper for them to go ahead and strike deals with Sega to put their games on Xbox versus buying the whole studios. You know, like, I don't need to do that. Like, look what they did already. They probably did a very small deal with Sega for Yakuza on Game Pass, and look how that fucking exploded. You know, so they just have to keep doing that. I think that's smart, because even though Microsoft has, like, unlimited cash for the most part, it still is within reason. They're not just going ahead and buying every single studio willy-nilly, you know? Xbox acquires Nintendo. Hey, if Xbox acquires Nintendo, that'd be the best thing for the company, because then they'll have a competent ass online. Conviction is 60 FPS. It holds up. Oh yeah, that Conviction was awesome, dude. But you know what game needs FPS boost the most? Do you guys know what? Okay, besides the Batman Arkham games on Xbox, one game that needs FPS boost the most, because we obviously know they're not going to go ahead and remaster that shit. Max Payne 3. That's all I'm going to say. To this day, Max Payne 3 still outclasses a lot of games. Okay, $5 super chat from Flame. Okay, Neo, off topic, but let it rip on Jim Lion Ryan. Uh-oh. being PS5 games to PS4, almost like most of them were planned to be cross-gen. Also, hi from the Lords. Hey, shout out to Iron Lord Podcast. Shout out. All right, so guys, we're gonna get a little spicy right now. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure y'all hit that like button. Helps out the channel tremendously, sends it into the ether. But guys, we're gonna get a little controversial today because we're gonna be talking about our boy Jim Ryan, Jim Bob. Oh man, it is time. You guys ready to get into this? Are you ready to get into this? Oh, we just cracked 200 viewers. Shout out to y'all. But let's talk about Jim Ryan for a second, all right? Okay. So you guys recall last year, right? Last year when we was getting ready to hype up the Xbox Series consoles and the PlayStation 5, our homeboy Phil Spencer apparently had the mistake of saying that for the first 1 to 2 years of the console's life, all of the games from first party, for the most part, are going to be cross-gen. So these are games that are going to release on both the Xbox One and the Xbox Series consoles, right? And oh wait, hold up. Pause for 1 second, Flame. Pause for 1 second. Apparently, I missed the donation from Munch. $1.99 donation from Munch. You missed my last donation. Oh, I'm so sorry, brother. I am so fucking sorry. Hold up. Okay, here we go. $4.99 for Munch. PlayStation decided to tease Sly Cooper and Sunset Overdrive in their tweets. Also, did you see the Elden Ring trailer? So yes, I did see the Elden Ring trailer. It looks fucking amazing, and we will. I'm not trying to dismiss you right now, Munch. But we'll talk about that right after this. And I did see the tweets from Insomniac. Whether or not that means we are gonna get a new Sunset Overdrive, whether it's a remaster, whether it's a sequel. I mean, I don't know, man, because they did a lot of teasing, but they did recently renew the trademark, so you don't just, I mean, yeah, companies renew trademarks just to hold on to them, but, well, then again, I don't know, because how many teams do they have at Insomniac, because they just put out Ratchet, they're working on Spider-Man, like, I don't know, man, I don't know, fuck, okay, but alright. Okay, so here we go. We gonna go in on Jim Ryan for a second, all right? So our boy Phil Spencer made the comment last year saying that for the first 1 to 2 years of the Xbox's life, they're gonna have cross-generation games. Now, most reasonable people who looked at that comment was just like, duh. Like, obviously, because a lot of those games were in development for years before they got dev kits for the Xbox Series consoles. So obviously, yeah, they'll release it on Xbox consoles, and then it'll also come out on the Series consoles, because, you know, they'll just port it to that shit and make it look pretty, 4K 60 frames, yada yada yada. But a lot of people's like, no, that is anti-consumer, that's going to be holding back gaming. Like, that was the whole conversation about scalability, and that shit went on for months. And then Jim Ryan came in here and he was like, we believe in generations. That was the tagline of his entire interview and the videos ad nauseum. We believe in generations. And here's the thing, you guys. When Jim Ryan said that, he had the stuff to back it up, because he was showing us stuff like Demon Souls and Ratchet and, you know, the difference, like Spider-Man Miles Morales and all these things that looked friggin' amazing. And you're kind of like, yo, this is why we need a PS5. So honestly, Xbox was in a bad situation at that time, you guys, because they were showing stuff that could not be done on the PlayStation 4. So, you know, it was just like all gas and all hype. Like, yo, see, this is what it's all about. Xbox is holding back gaming. You know, Series X is not going to get a Series X game until 2023, yada, yada, yada. We heard this shit all year. Okay? However, at the pre-launch stream of the PlayStation 5, I believe this was held in September, we found out that Spider-Man Miles Morales, a game that was shown off at the Future of Gaming event in June, was coming to the PS4, right? And everybody and their mama was like, what is going on here? Wait, you showed this off at a PS5 only stream, and now you're saying that bitch is coming to PS4? What? Like, what is going on here? What is going on here? What are we doing with ourselves? But people were saying it was not that big a deal because we still had Demon Souls, which is a PS5 exclusive. We still had Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which was a PS5 exclusive. So everything was okay. Like, we had this little cross-gen game, but it's fine because Sony doesn't subscribe to cross-gen. If you look at their history, they don't do that shit. They do not. They're focused on the future, right? So one cross-gen game is okay. And if you play Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5, that 60 frames and those load times, they helped soften the blow, you know, because it was a smaller game in scope. It was not the full sequel to Spider-Man PS4. This was just a little expansion they wanted to do to tell this story and to help bridge the gap between the first game and then the sequel. So they didn't want to make you wait a good, like, what, 4 or 5 years. You'll have this little stopgap in between. Not an issue. Not an issue. Okay. Then we move into Horizon Forbidden West, a game that was also shown off at the PS5 events. And a lot of us are thinking to ourselves, whoa, wait, what, hold on, pump the fucking brakes for a second. Pump the brakes. Horizon is not like one of these smaller games. It's not a remake of a PS3 game. It's not a small game like Returnal. Horizon is a behemoth. This is a game that sold PlayStation 4s. It was a new IP that sold north of 10 million units. A graphical showcase for the PS4. And you telling me that bitch is coming to the PS4 and the PS5? What is going on? Like, what is happening here? But then they showed off that Horizon Forbidden West state of play, and all of us were just enamored by the visuals. Like, yo, this is great. This is awesome. But you want to know something? That conversation kept creeping back up. Everybody was like, wait a second. This game looks awesome because it is on PS5, but there's a couple of cutbacks we can see, you know? It's not as fully detailed in some respects as some of these other next-gen games. What is going on here? Then the infamous Herman Host Q&A. Now, here's the thing, guys. We already know Sony has this weird messaging issue. Or maybe it's like they're playing 4D chess with us, where they know that this is going to be the reaction, and all they want is just to dominate the news cycle. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they're intentionally fucking up trying to bury it. They're doing it because they know people are going to talk about it, so they're going to talk about it like this. God of War. We found out that God of War was going to be delayed into 2022. No big deal. Everybody saw that shit was coming. But we also found out that both God of War, Ragnarok, and GT7 were cross-generation games coming to the PS4. Coming to the PS4. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. It would be okay if they weren't hyping these shits up as PS5 games. Now, God of War Ragnarok, they did not explicitly state it was going to be a PS5 exclusive. But when you show that shit off next to all these other PS5 games, I'm like, huh, like 2 + 2 = 4. Duh. You know? And if it's coming out later than 2021, duh. But Gran Turismo 7, that shit is the most... Bro, Gran Turismo 7 was shown off as a PS5 exclusive. PS5 only game. Literally weeks prior, that shit said PlayStation 5 exclusive. And now that bitch is coming to the PS4. Now, in the case of Gran Turismo 7... Now, listen, I'm not a big racing aficionado. So, racing fans, do not get on me for what I'm about to say. But I feel like if there was a game that they could go back and retroactively make a PlayStation 4 version and scale that bitch down, it would be Gran Turismo. Because racing games are not the most demanding things in the world. I mean, the fact that they're able to get all these racing games running at 60 frames per second and they can get that shit running on the Switch sometimes, like, yes, there are compromises that can be made in order to get those games to run. But it sucks because for all the people that were excited for Gran Turismo 7, thinking this is the next step forward, they haven't had a proper Gran Turismo game since what? Like 2013 was Gran Turismo 6? Now that experience is going to be hindered and held back by this PlayStation 4 version that they now have to start working on. Like, what? And God of War Ragnarok. That game is going to be coming out in 2022. The PlayStation 4 is going to be 9 years old. Like, these games are not designed for the PS5, you guys. These games are designed for the PS4 and then ported to the PS5. Sure, they'll have their nice bells and whistles, 60 frames per second, fidelity modes, better lighting, yada, yada, yada. But they are still, at their core, PS4 games. They are designed for the PS4. And this is where the concept of scalability goes out the window. Because yes, to a point, scalability does matter. But when it comes down to it, game design is something that you can't make a game for the PS5, utilize all the features of the PS5 and then try to port that shit to the Vita. It's not possible. So you can't do that with the PS4 unless there are certain examples where it's not that demanding. But for a game like Like God of War PS4, that game brought the system to its knees at times. Fans running like crazy out the wazoo. You thought your house was gonna blow up. So for them to just do this, man, it's like, listen, if you just came out and you were honest about the fact that, hey, listen, these games started development shortly after the games came out. They're going to be cross-gen titles, but don't worry, PS5 owners, you're going to have a great experience just like PS4 owners, yada, yada, yada. Nobody would be pitching a fit. But when you come on here and you say, these games, like, we believe in generations, fuck cross-gen, fuck this, fuck that, and you try to wrap it up under a noble construct of we can't abandon a 100 million player base, like, bro, what is going on with this messaging at PlayStation? What the fuck is going on? Listen, you either show, like, PlayStation, one thing that I do love about them, as weird as it sounds, is that they show up and they just put their dick on their table, and that's it. That's literally what it is. They're like, yeah, this is what we're doing, you know? Like, fuck everything else. But then to just quietly walk all that shit back because they know that they've already dominated the news cycle with all their positive PR, they're willing to take a couple of blows. And I'm not saying that Microsoft is any better, because they've had situations in the past where they do those things, where they have to walk back statements. Like, you know, first they say this and blah, 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 and it took them 20 years to bring down the free-to-play wall and all that stuff. So yes, Microsoft does have their issues. So I'm not sitting here saying that they are holier than thou. But Phil Spencer coming out and saying that we're doing cross-gen because this is what it is, and just being transparent. Jim Ryan saying, no, fuck you, we're built different. And then, wait, no, we are not built different. Like, come on, dude. Like, and now it's having me question what can be designed for PS4 and what can be designed for PS5. I'm playing through Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I know that this game cannot be done on PS4, and anyone who plays this game can see why when you get further on. Like, there's a bunch of crazy shit Insomniac pulled off. But now, looking at some of the other stuff they have in the pipeline, I'm just like, did you really have to make this a PS5 exclusive? Could this not have run on the PS4? I don't know, man. I don't know. Jim Ryan, he just looking shaky and he tiptoeing, bro. Ugh. Yeah, like Forza Motorsport 8. They said that, nah, listen, man, that bitch is like Xbox Series PC only. It ain't even on the one. Oh, boy. I don't know, bro. It's just like, I still got love for PlayStation and PlayStation games, but I do not like Jim Ryan, man. I like Herman Hulst. He's cool because he's the head of Worldwide Studios, and just in general, I've been following Herman for years. He's cool. But then Jim Ryan, this man came out here and he's just like, why would anybody want to play any of these old games? And now he's coming out here saying, that's not what I meant. Like, bro. Dude, like, what is going on? Like, and I feel people, yes, just because PlayStation has great exclusives now, like, you guys gotta, like, keep that same energy, bro. Because you guys know me, I will always take Phil Spencer, Aaron Greenberg, all these dudes to task. I've always done that. And then I just don't see this shit when it comes to play. I see it from some people, but not really, you know? All right. Like, listen, what the fuck was wrong with Sean Layden? I am telling you, Sean Layden saw this shit coming a mile away, you guys. Because you remember when Sean Layden did that interview and he was saying, something along the lines of, we have to change the way we do game development. You know, it's less about spending 5 years working on a game that's like X amount of hours. We need to start pumping out games that are more like realistically, like budgeted realistically, and it's not too taxing on the game developers and yada yada yada. Like, we got to focus on those experiences. And then you hear the report, like, he just left Sony abruptly, and then all it was just a little tweet. I'm telling you, there was a power struggle going on over there at PlayStation, man. And I would not be surprised if Sean Layden got a lot of pushback from it. Because Sean Layden, like, he was real about this shit, man. Like, listen, I'm not saying that any of these corporate executives have to be crazy gamers, but if you are a gamer, it helps keep you in tune to shit. Like, you look at all these executives at EA. You think any of those fuckers are gamers? Oh my god, they keep jumping from one company to the next. And then when they do those tone-deaf things, it's because they aren't gamers, man. Oh. Listen, Herman Hulst should have got that job. That's all I can say. Jim Ryan, the only reason they promoted Jim Ryan was because he made PlayStation a behemoth in Europe, which he did greatly. He did a great job at that shit. Like, he turned PlayStation around in Europe with this past generation. Like, PlayStation is the dominant console in Europe. And that's the reason why I was just like, well, no, this man's going to run it because we want to make PlayStation a global brand. Man, listen, Flame, you definitely got your $5 money worth out of this shit, bro. Woo. Okay, but anyways, let me get back on point to some of these super chats. Okay, before I dive into the super chats, I do want to speak more on what Munch was asking me about Elden Ring. So I don't know if you guys saw the Summer Snooze Fest a few days ago, but at the end of the showcase, we finally got a trailer for Elden Ring. And that shit looked incredible. Like, you guys know me. I'm a Souls fan, but I'm not a big Souls fan, so I don't, like, rush out and play all the games day one. But Elden Ring was something I was very interested in because George R.R. Martin is involved. And that shit been dormant for 2 years, man. But they came back with a new trailer with gameplay and a release date. It's coming out. It apparently is coming out January 2022. We'll see if that date sticks. And it just looks awesome. I mean, it's definitely showing the age of the consoles. Like, you can tell, like, game design, this is a PS4 and Xbox One game. But I think it looks great. I love the aesthetic. Souls games are awesome. And it's going to have 4-player co-op, which is crazy because normally it's 3-player co-op, like in Bloodborne. But yeah, it's looking dope. There's not much else I can really say about it. But, like, the reason why I'm not, like, going to sit here and, like, act like I'm, like, a fake-ass... Like, you know, like, some people come up here and they hype shit that they ain't really a fan of. Like, I'm a fan of Souls games, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, yo, Elden Ring is going to, like, trounce all these other games, because I haven't even played Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It's on my list of games to play, but I just haven't, you know? Like, you know, I've played through Dark Souls 1. I played through the original Demon Souls. I played through 2. I'm going through 3 right now, and I played Bloodborne, but... You know, I haven't played Sekiro because, you know, like, I have to be in a mood to play those kind of games. Let's see. Okay, so going back to some of the super chats. Okay, so $10 super chat coming in from Mr. Placencia. Sorry for mispronouncing your name, brother. Since we're from the same generation, name the song. I want to see if some of the old heads in the room are probably going to get where that shit is from. Everybody scroll up and look at Mr. Plessinius' super chat. Plus, are we excited for Halo Infinite? I mean, we're excited for Halo Infinite, bro, but if I'm being honest, I need to be wowed. I need to be wowed, you guys. I know I'm just going to lose viewers right now, but listen. I'm not going to be going in there and making some damage control excuses. Like, if that game shows up mid 2 years in a row, listen, 343 got to go. Got to go, you guys. Like, they have to go. Like, we can't temper our expectations because us tempering our expectations is what got us here in the first place. So, what I want to see out of that is I want to see a year's worth of progress. I want to see them overhaul the entire system. Whatever they are going to show, it's most likely going to be multiplayer. I just want to see, like, that this shit is actually going to work. And it's not going to be a work in progress game like No Man's Sky or Destiny. But yeah, if it's hype, I'll be hype. But if it's not, I ain't going to be here saying, well, like, nah, man, we can't do this shit. Xbox fans, we got to be better. We got to be better. We got to be better. Like, we can't, like, pick and choose what is hype and then what's not. Halo is not, like, a single A game. Halo is a fucking institution. It's what built Xbox, and we have to treat it as such, you guys. And anything less would be hella disingenuous. This is not like a no-name studio working on their first Halo game. This is 343. They've had the rights to Halo for almost 10 years now. $5 super chat from Purified Storm. Jeff Grubb, Incredible Leaker, said PlayStation exclusives will go on PC quicker and eventually same day like Xbox. Give it 5 years. PlayStation 5 and Xbox copy each other. You see, that's the thing. The second PlayStation started talking about bringing their games to PC, I knew that it's only a matter of time before their day and date. Because look what happened. You brought Horizon last year, okay? And then you brought Days Gone this year. That's only 2 years after the fact. Like, people keep saying, no. They're never going to do day and date. They're never going to do day and date. Like, they also said they were never going to do PC ports, and here we are. So it's going to start out on a case-by-case basis. We're going to bring older titles like Uncharted 4, most likely Dreams will show up, God of War. But if they start seeing a return on that investment, PlayStation's going to do day and date, because that's what Microsoft did. They saw the money in PC, and they went back to PC gaming. People forget, Microsoft used to be in PC gaming before they dropped that shit and focused on Xbox. And then When Xbox really wasn't doing that hot, they're like, yo, let's fuck around and do PC. And then PC was doing really good. And they're like, all right, everything is day and date. It's going to happen. And anyone saying it doesn't is just deluding themselves. Because before, remember, these are the same people saying it's never going to happen. Then it's not going to be day one. You know? And that's great for the industry. I don't, like, people say, oh, it devalues the PlayStation brand if they put it on PC. Says who? Says who? Like, what? I guarantee you, like, are there really any Xbox fans who are sad that all the games can be played on PC? I mean, it has been 5 years since they announced this. But I have never seen anyone sad about the fact that Halo can be played on PC. I've never seen people sad about the fact that Gears is on PC. Forza Horizon's on PC. Because look at the sales numbers. People are buying these games. Like, it devalues the PlayStation brand. It's like, bro, do you have stock in PlayStation to be saying those sentences? Like, dude, I will still buy my PlayStation games on my PlayStation consoles because I like playing my games on my consoles. But if somebody on PC gets a chance to play God of War Ragnarok the same day as me, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hop in a Discord server and we are going to gush about how good that game is. That's just it. Like, anyone, like, this whole fucking fanboy war, bro, I wish Nintendo would put their games on PC. I wish they would put their games on PC because then they could run at a good frame rate. $4.99 super chat from the Inside Bite. Gran Turismo, they said was PS5 and then they went back on it. Super sad on God of War. Anyone with a brain knows compromises have to be made to put it on older systems. Exactly. Like, people keep thinking that this shit is like indie games, like it's fucking Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Oh, it ran on the 360, so it can run on the Switch. Like, bro, we're talking about God of War and Horizon. Like, these are games. Like, dude, when Mark Cerny came out here and he did his whole speech talk about what is possible on PlayStation 5 versus older systems, and then you see that shit play out like with Ratchet and Clank, you believe him. And to say that, no, God of War is not going to be held back, Horizon's not going to be held back, that's fucking bullshit, because you just showed us this infographic saying that this runs like 50 billion times faster on the PS5, and it fundamentally changes game design. So I don't want to hear that cross-gen games don't hold gaming back. If y'all had the same energy for Halo Infinite being cross-gen, holding that game back, which in my opinion it does, then you got to have this same energy for Horizon and God of War. It's the exact same fucking thing. There's no difference. Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two photos. There is no difference. God of War is compromised and Horizon is compromised. And that's not me saying it. That's PlayStation, Mark Cerny saying it. Like, we were limited on what we can do with the PS4, but on the PS5 we can't. So by making a game for PS4 and not on PS5 exclusively, we are held back. Like, it's right there, you know? It's literally right there. I just wish people were honest about this shit, man. And I don't know, like, people like to say, like, well, that's very much so a first world problem, Neo. Like, wouldn't you want more gamers to experience these games on older systems? Why do you want to gatekeep them on the new consoles? Because I spent $500 on a PlayStation 5 and I want games that can only be played on the PlayStation 5. Or at least take advantage of the hardware on the PlayStation 5. Because at that point, I'll just play the games on PS4 if they're fundamentally the same game. PS5 giving me 60 frames it's a smoother experience, but it's not going to fundamentally change the game. People just don't understand that. I don't know. It's like people want to wrap it up under, but they're doing this because of the pandemic. No. These games started development years ago. Years before this pandemic. And they can't just suddenly... If they developed God of War Ragnarok with the PS5 in mind from the very beginning, they can't port that shit to PS4 because they're going to be doing things you can't do on the PS4. Cory Barlog came out and said we wanted to do a lot of these things, but we couldn't because of the PS4. With other smaller things, like Godfall, yeah, you can make a PS4 version. But for those, like, Sony-developed games where they take advantage of shit, like, I don't know, like, why aren't people more upset about this? Like, if they just came out and said God of War is cross-gen, Horizon is cross-gen, I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't like it, but I'd be okay with it because at least they said this. But when you say, no, PS5 games, I got so hype. And it's like, no, they're on PS4. Like, nah. Jesus. Bro, my super chat's still going. You see what you did, Flame? You got me heated. I haven't gotten heated in a while, but this man, Jimbo Ryan. Anyways. $5. I'm so sorry if I sounded like really ranty. Wow, we got 240 viewers. Holy shit. I'm sorry if I sounded like really ranty tonight, you guys. You know I'm not usually like that, but this shit just really affected me, bro. I've just got those pent up anger and rage and frustration. Anyways, $5 super chat coming in from the homie Havoc. What's going on, brother? Xbox boss is more excited for games that weren't at E3. He better bring that heat. Halo is there too. Game they better act like they know. Dude, that's true. Like, I don't want to hear any talk from executives that we're excited about games that we're not going to show you at E3. What? Bro, that does nothing for me. That makes shit worse. So I'm just like, that can mean one of two things. Either you are so confident in your E3 showcase that you're not even going to talk about it, and you're going to be like, yeah, E3 is going to be great, but you don't want to know what else we got in store for y'all. Like, there's that scenario. And then there's also the other scenario where it's just like, fuck, they really don't have anything to show. But time will tell, guys. We are T-minus less than 16 hours away. Actually, no. We're like 16 hours away from the showcase. Oh, and by the way, for those who don't know, I will be streaming the Xbox Bethesda showcase tomorrow. We're going to be going live about 45 minutes before the show, so we can just have a nice little powwow, hang out, and all that stuff. I'll put up the actual event on YouTube after this stream. $5 super chat coming in from Purified Storm. Close 343. This man said close 343. Xbox and id Software should make a second big studio called Slipspace Studios just for Halo games. Hire ex-Bungie, Halo veterans, and Doom veterans. Yo, put this man in charge of Xbox. Because honestly, man, I don't know, bro. Like, tomorrow is make or break for 343. Like, people say it's make or break for Xbox. Now, that shit is make or break for 343. Because, like, if they can't work on new Halo games, they need to be a support studio. They need to just work on the Master Chief Collection and then support whatever studio is leading the Halo franchise into the future. Because this ain't it, bro. $2 super chat from Flame. Wish my money got me this kind of value with Dogecoin. Oh, Lord. That's true. Let's see. You're not joining into the FanFest Q&A with Sarah Bond, Aaron Greenberg, and Spencer. Well, to be honest, I kind of want to make breakfast tomorrow morning, so I'm not really gonna just sit there and watch other people talk about shit. Unless they announce some new stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll just be chilling tomorrow morning. $5 super chat from Flame. Also, as an Xbox fan from the age of 9, Halo needs to be it. Give me that classic heavy hitting Halo experience again already. Yes, I'll still punch Craig. If Craig isn't ray traced, man, listen. Hey, we got Mr. Platink in the chat. I love how passionate Neo is, but then again, even if he was dumb as rocks, I would still have heart eyes on him. Hashtag video game sex god. Yo, Mr. Platink in these comments, I swear. It's just too funny. But it's good to see you, man. Let's see. Okay, all right. So, I gotta calm down for a little bit. Are you guys having fun? Like, I'm having a lot of fun tonight. This shit is hilarious. Oh, golly. Okay. What's up, Straw Hat? How you doing? $5 super chat from Dimwit Monkey. What if they talk about Fable tomorrow on the whole? Damn, Dimwit Monkey. That's you bringing up the lore tonight, bro. Shout out to anyone who comes to the Ask Neo streams. Y'all know what that's all about. I just want to see Fable. I don't think they're showing it tomorrow, but I do want to see what Playground does with Fable. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I got a new chair, by the way. I love how we're like almost like an hour and a half, if not more, into the stream. I got a new chair because I needed a chair for all this streaming that was going down because my old chair was busted as fuck. That shit was falling apart. So I got this chair on Amazon. It was like, I'm not really big into like these gamer racing type of chairs. But I did need a chair right now because that shit, like, oh man, after I would do Ask Neos, wiped me out sitting in that thing. But I got this on Amazon on sale. It was like $85 and it's pretty comfortable. It's got like the headrest. It has like the lumbar support and it reclines like all the way back, which is pretty dope. So if that Xbox conference is mid tomorrow, you guys just expect me to go like all the way fucking back. I'm telling you, I'll just be sleeping in that bitch like straight up. All right. Yeah, and it kind of matches my glasses too because I have like the black and red accent and the chair is also black and red. And here I am not wearing black as a shirt. Oh, man. I see you've been hitting the gym a lot. The gyms in my area are still closed due to lockdown. Yeah, man. Gyms here in New York opened up back in August. So, I've just been back on my grind, bro. But yeah. Damn. Still, like, I thought that Australia was, like, opening back up, bro. What happened? Did, like, the cases spike over? What do you think they're going to do with Forza? They're going to take their time working on Motorsport 8. And then they're going to show off Horizon 5. And they'll have Horizon 5 be like their ongoing game for a few years until they're ready for the other one. $2 super chat from Tunde Abimbola. Chair is not yellow. 10 out of 10. Yes! Preach it! Yes. But actually, that is a really good chair. That's a very comfortable chair. It's forever tainted by the game that shall not be mentioned. $5 super chat coming in from Samuel. Gotta pray that if a Switch Pro is announced this E3 that it's not called the new Switch. That sounds about the most Nintendo thing to do. The new Nintendo Switch. The new Nintendo 3DS. I just want them to call it like the Super Nintendo Switch. Like, I would think that'd be so fucking dope. But the fact that it's so fucking dope and believable is why Nintendo's not gonna do it. But who knows? We shall see. 199 super chat coming in from Munch. Stalker 2 is not an exclusive, right? Yeah, I was hearing something about that. It's eventually going to go to other systems. But I know it has, like, timed exclusivity on Xbox. Do you think Xbox is going to announce any more acquisitions? Honestly, if they do, it's going to be smaller tier publishers. But I would love to be surprised if they just come out there and say, yo, we bought everything. I just want them to buy the Splinter Cell rights, bro. Like, I don't care about any other thing, but if they say that we have partnered with Ubisoft and we are working on a Splinter Cell game and is being developed by, I don't know what studio they develop it with, but whichever studio they find, I need that. $2 super chat from Flame. At least Motorsport believes in generations. Oh yeah, they were just upfront like, yeah, this ain't coming out anytime soon, y'all. Yeah, but Stalker 2, from the limited stuff that they've shown, it's gonna be very detailed, man. We had a spike in Victoria, the state I live in, and we have been in lockdown for 2 weeks. We're close to easing restrictions, but quite slowly. Hoping it improves this week. Well, that's good, man. I'm hoping for the best for you. Yeah, over here in America, we just said, fuck it. Like, literally just fuck it. Like, a lot of the states in America just said, fuck it last year. And unfortunately, that's why we're in the situation we're in. But thankfully, things are going pretty good as far as vaccinations are concerned. A lot of people are getting vaccinations. The COVID rates are going down. So that's some positive news. $5 super chat coming in from Purified Storm. Banjo-Tooie, Sonic Adventure 2, Mario Sunshine, Jak 3, and Sly 3 are my GOAT 3D platformers. We need sequels, reboots, and remakes of them. Also, Banjo 3 at E3. Listen, Banjo is the dream. I would love for another Banjo game, but I mean, the thing is, I like Banjo. I don't love it as much as you guys do, but I'm hoping they do Banjo for you guys, because, like, now is the perfect time to bring back Banjo, man. I mean, Nintendo's killing it with their games. PlayStation has Astrobot and Ratchet, and like it's a perfect time. It's a perfect time for these quirky mascots to make a return. Like, it's not uncool. There was that stigma over the past 10 years that this shit is not cool, but people love this shit. Oh, I could see that. I can see that, Trez. Or Trees. I could see them acquiring them, yeah. I think Microsoft will buy IO Interactive. You heard it here. Well, if rumors are to be believed, IO Interactive is working on a new game, a new IP, and apparently they're pretty cozy with Microsoft, so... Oh my god. No. No, it wouldn't fit. No, they're already working on too much shit right now. They're working on too much shit. Because, I mean, if they're doing that new IP, they're also doing that James Bond game. I was thinking a bad thought. I was like, I know it wouldn't fit because it's different DNA between the two franchises, but I was thinking Xbox acquires Bethesda. No, what the fuck am I talking about? Duh. Xbox works out a deal with Splinter Cell with Ubisoft, and then they partner with IO, and then we get a Splinter Cell game. But it's just two different DNAs. Like, that's two different franchises, and I think that's kind of pigeonholing IO, because they could do so much different stuff. But then who's gonna make? Okay, realistically, outside of Ubisoft, who do you guys think can work on a great Splinter Cell game? We're not talking about just like some unnamed studio that comes out from the woodwork. We're talking like an established studio, you know? Maybe they don't even have to be an Xbox game studio. Maybe they can just be a studio that's like free agent, and then Microsoft can contract them to work on something. 199 from Munch. New season of The Witcher got announced with Cuphead. Yeah. And they also announced a virtual Witcher convention with Netflix. So that's interesting. But yeah, IO Interactive is working on James Bond as well as whatever this Project Dragon game is. I mean, here's the thing, Inside Byte. Machine Games would be a good fit, but they're already working on the Indiana Jones game, and I assume Wolfenstein 3. Arcane, but isn't Arcane working on... So Arcane, we know they're working on that, like, Omen game, but are they also working on another Dishonored? If they're not working on another Dishonored, maybe. Yeah, everyone says the Coalition, but man, listen. Coalition, we already know Gear 6, that's happening. It's going to take some time, but that is happening. But I don't want them to do Splinter Cell. I want them to do The Mandalorian. I want them to do the fucking Mandalorian. Like, once I heard that rumor, I was like, no. Coalition Mandalorian game. Do it. Rocksteady. Yeah, but Rocksteady, man. Let Rocksteady put out a game. They haven't put out a game in like 6 years. Let them put out the Batman game, for the Suicide Squad game first. Yeah, they're doing Deathloop. So that means that's their 2 games right there. Deathloop and that Project Omen. I don't like to think like most of these studios have multiple games in development unless they're like varying scales and scope. Like Obsidian would have like a couple games in development, but they'd be like from smaller teams. Like Grounded was a very small team by comparison to the team that's doing Avowed, by comparison to the team that's doing the Outer Worlds. So, it's kind of hard because, you know, Splinter Cell, I want that shit to be like big, bro. AAA, man. I heard that Microsoft will acquire Avalanche Studios. Yeah, I heard about that too. I've been hearing that, like in the rumors and the rumblings. But we'll find out tomorrow, you guys. Oh, Johan says, excited for the Cuphead show, but here's the question. Do we see the Cuphead DLC tomorrow? Dude. Oh my God. I keep forgetting that they're doing that DLC, but they taking their time with this shit. Gotham Knights needs a release date. Oh, you gonna get a release date. It's just not gonna be anytime soon. I love how Warner Brothers was just like, no Harry Potter game, no Gotham Knights, no Suicide Squad. They just said, we got Back for Blood, and that's it. Sony acquiring Square Enix. I don't think they have the capital to buy Square Enix. I think they'll just keep doing partnerships because those partnerships are doing very well for them. I mean, the Final Fantasy VII Remake partnership is paying off. A Final Fantasy 16 Forspoken. They don't need to, you know, like a lot of people say, you don't need to buy the cow when you're getting the milk constantly. Jedi Fallen Order 2. Oh yeah, it's definitely happening. Like, I love how literally it's like they haven't announced it yet, but everybody knows they're doing a sequel because that game just sold gangbusters. Ooh, by the way, if you guys have not played it yet, Jedi Fallen Order just got a next-gen update on the Xbox and PlayStation 5. So now is the best time to jump into that game. It's fantastic. And it's on Game Pass, by the way. So, yeah. But yeah, I love it. The reason why I mentioned Jedi Fallen Order is because I love how, like, when they do new hirings at Respawn, they're like, yeah, I got hired at Respawn. I'm working with the Jedi Fallen Order team. And it's just like, wait a minute. You guys are doing a sequel. You know, it's like everybody knows it. It's just a matter of time. Because, you know, it's one thing. If it's like a Naughty Dog, you never know what they're working on. It could be like an Uncharted game. It could be like The Last of Us or Insomniac. You could get hired at Insomniac and you could be working on anything. But I'm at Respawn and I'm working with the Jedi Fallen Order team. Well, then again, yeah, Respawn does have a couple things. You know, they do Apex. Titanfall 3, I think, is incubating somewhere. And yeah, Jedi Fallen Order. Oh, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night 2 coming. Can't wait for that. Oh, yeah, as well. I know you was big into that, bro. Dead Island 2. Oh, they're still doing that, aren't they? I don't know. Dead Island 2 and Dying Light 2 were like the 2 games. And it's so funny because they both involve... Well, because I know Techland did the first Dead Island, right? And then they went on to do Dying Light. But the funny thing is, like, 2 games that have the Techland DNA have just been gestating for so many years. But it looks like Dying Light 2 is actually going to come out this year. Fingers crossed that release date sticks and the game is actually playable at launch. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that the game comes out and it's just kind of broken, you know? But Dying Light, if you guys have not played that, that shit is awesome. Is Back 4 Blood coming to Game Pass? It's looking like it might, bro. There was a leak. So we'll just have to see tomorrow. Xbox streaming stick. Yeah. So a few days ago, they announced that they were working on bringing xCloud to TV manufacturers. And that's going to be through the form of a dedicated Xbox, I guess you can call it xCloud Fire Stick. So similar to like a Google Chromecast, you just plug it into your TV and it gives you the capabilities of streaming Xbox games via controller, which is awesome. You know, that is Microsoft's approach. They say they want to reach like, what, 1 billion gamers? You can't reach 1 billion gamers with consoles or PC. The only way to do that is to get Xbox everywhere, and that's literally consoles, PCs, cloud streaming via phones, via browsers, on TVs, refrigerators. Oh my God, Todd Howard. We're going to be playing Skyrim everywhere, guys. Xbox is the Mr. Beast of gaming. Changed my mind. What didn't Melissa want us to see? Well, Melissa didn't want us to see, but she did want us to see that Yakuza Like a Dragon is going to be on Game Pass. Yep. Yeah. The main goal is probably to get the Xbox app on every TV, let alone using a dedicated stick. I assume if you have the stick, it's easier. Like, it has a better connection. And then you could probably do a lot more with the stick. And you can also use that for people that still don't have smart TVs. But yeah, just having it like as a dedicated app on, you know, your Sony TVs, your LG TVs, that's fucking cool, man. And you just hardwire, because, you know, if you hardwire your TV, you get the best connection. If you can hardwire that shit and stream, that's gonna be a viable way. I mean, I'm probably not gonna be into that, because even though I like the idea of xCloud, I'm just not a streaming person, guys. I just can't. Like, yeah, it's getting better with little to no latency, but I need a local stored version of that game to play. You know, I just need it. That's why I love the Switch so much, and sometimes I don't care about like a game being 30 frames versus 60, because I'd rather play a local 30 frames per second game versus a streamed 60 frames per second game where all type of issues can happen. You know what I mean? Because streaming, listen, for the people that love it, awesome. It's just not going to be my cup of tea. Which is why I'm glad Xbox is not making it like the focal point of their future. They're using it as an option for people versus Amazon or Google Stadia. Persona 5 needs to come to Game Pass. If Phil can pull that off, then Xbox is about to get a huge install base. Yeah, if they keep bringing all these niche games to Xbox, I'm not going to say it's going to move units, but it's going to make it a more palatable platform for people, because look how great Yakuza did. And Yakuza is so interesting. Like, a lot of people here who have played it on Xbox right now, you might love it, but there was a time where I didn't think Yakuza would really be viable, because Yakuza was always that game I was pimping out to people saying, just play it. It's probably unlike anything you ever experienced, because it has this serious, like, soap opera style dramatic story, and then it has the most insane, quirky, random shit on the side. Like, I didn't know if that could really take off in the mainstream, and it did when they launched Yakuza 0 in the West, and it garnered a fan base there. Then they put it on PC, and then on Xbox it exploded. So, yeah, man. Do you think Sony will allow the Xbox Game Pass app on their TVs? I mean, PlayStation is already working with Microsoft with the Azure servers. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to business. And that's something a lot of people do not realize. These companies are in the business to make money. So if they can strike these deals to make money, like, for example, if Microsoft came to PlayStation and said, yo, name your price to put Game Pass on PlayStation. And if there was an executive at PlayStation who's just like, okay, the conversation and the negotiation starts here, it would happen. I'm not saying it will, but it would happen. Like, these companies are not as fickle as you people think, you know? Like, I'm just like, for example, like certain companies like that had a bad history with PlayStation or Xbox. Now they're back working together. Sometimes all it takes is a change of leadership to mend broken relationships. Oh, I appreciate that, Marky Kelly. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure y'all hit that like button. Helps out the channel. The stick is $120 with 13 months of Game Pass Ultimate. I think that was a leak too. $120 with a year of Game Pass. Wow. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people look at that and they'll be like, that's too expensive, but a year of Game Pass is like what, $180? Well, if you don't know the trick. I could see people just buying that stick just to get the Game Pass for $60 cheaper and then just have the stick as an option. I could see that happening. Holy fuck. Just finished Yakuza 0. It was excellent. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, I'm about to dive in for a second playthrough of Yakuza 0 soon. And with the controller also is like $50, but don't hold me accountable. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like they'll probably try to hit like that $99 price tag or maybe even cheaper. But if they have a bundle that's like a year of Game Pass for that price, I have no complaints. Because Game Pass alone is like $180 a year. Who are the biggest Xbox and PlayStation fanboys you know? I just want to look at their tweets and laugh. I mean, all you really have to do is just go onto gaming Twitter and just look at who are the most popular like fanboys with the crazy memes and stuff. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't like people do what they do. I don't complain about individual people. Like, there's a lot of Xbox fanboys who I think are deranged. Just like there's a lot of PlayStation, Nintendo fanboys who I think are deranged. But I don't like go and call people out like that. You know what I'm saying? I just mind my own business, you know? Because you just watch them see what they do, you know? Let's see. Does your beard itch? Honestly, King, my beard really doesn't itch that much. Like right now, my mustache is starting to get on my nerves a little bit. But in general, like this part here does not itch at all. I'm very thankful like my beard doesn't itch. Like a lot of people tell me they have like horror stories of their beard always being like scratching all over the place. I don't know. Do you think Starfield is gonna look good? Well, I just need to figure out what Starfield is, you guys. I still don't have a good idea. Like I've seen some leaks, but I'm just like, I'm gonna wait for the showcase to see what this game is. Also there's Black Baron hyping Nintendo and dissing Sony. Yeah, Baron, I mean I've known Baron for years. Baron's got his issues. But again, I don't really like I see fanboys all over and I just roast them in comments. But the thing is, it's like a lot of the fanboys, like or at least like those crazy fanboys, on some level, they're still regular people. So we can communicate and have intellectual conversations. And a lot of the time, some people are just doing that stuff as an act. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like with Baron, for example, when he posts like those really weird Nintendo hot takes, I just come in here and I'm just like, this you, bro? Because, you know, Baron, he's cool. But like he came out here and he said that when Super Smash Bros. 4 came out on the Wii U, Super Smash Bros. 4, he said that game would propel the Wii U to outsell the PS4 in 2 days. Think about that for a second. Think about that. Listen, we've all made some crazy predictions, but think about that shit for a second. And he still has not owned up to that bet he had with Black Bond. Hope they announce Final Fantasy VII Remake comes to Xbox. If they do, I think we'll probably hear about that later in the year. Something tells me it's not going to go down tomorrow. And if they do announce it's coming to another platform, I think it might be PC first before Xbox. That's what I think anyway. Like I said, we just don't know. But I think it'll eventually end up on Xbox at some point, unless there's some crazy exclusivity clause going on. I believe from what I was hearing, and like I said, don't quote me, some people were saying that the Intergrade DLC upped the year exclusivity, so it's going to be exclusive for even longer, which that would fucking suck if you get fucking the Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox at the end of the year, but you got to wait an extra year to get the Yuffie DLC. That's just like, oh man, that's just like, I'd be upset, bro. Could you imagine that? If you wait to get the game on your platform and it doesn't even come with the DLC that released this, man, I don't know. I wouldn't, oh, you have the same chair too? Oh, that's awesome, Savage. I wouldn't even, bro. Okay, so realistically, Okay, all right, hold on, wait. Joel came in with a comment saying Sony extended the exclusivity by 6 months. So if we do see that game show up on another platform, it probably won't happen until December. And then from there, it'll be like, all right, you guys can have the game now, but Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, that game is exclusive to PS5 for a year. They're going to start that shit again. Oh, is this legit, Grant? Because, I mean, they did the same thing with Fable and I think Perfect Dark as well. So what Grant sent me on Twitter was apparently there's a Twitter account called Banjo3, but I don't think it's legit because it just says 3E 2021, so it could just be literally anybody. And if it was a Banjo game, it would probably come from the official Banjo Twitter. So I don't know what the likelihood of this is, bro. It just says 3E 2021. Why would that be their official Twitter handle? But anyways, Grant got a super chat. Check your Twitter DM. What's your top 10 predictions, wish list from Xbox's E3 and Nintendo's E3? So I already went over all those things in my previous one, Grant, so I'm not really going to sit here and regurgitate all of them. But if we're talking about what I realistically want to see, okay, so Xbox, I already talked about Xbox so much. Nintendo, I just need reasons to turn on my Switch, bro. Like, in the past year, I've probably played my Switch a couple of times. Like, Animal Crossing was huge, and then after that, like, I played Xenoblade, but that's a game I played on the Wii. There really hasn't been anything on the Switch for me personally. I know people love Monster Hunter, they play that. I know people like Bravely Default, they play that. But I'm like, where are the fucking, like, Super Mario Odysseys? Where's Breath of the Wild 2? Where's Metroid Prime 4? Where's Bayonetta 3? Where's, like, all these games? Like, the Switch has been dead. Like, and I know it's like every single even year is a very dry year for Nintendo, because, you know, 2017 was awesome for the Switch, 2018 was lackluster, 2019 was amazing for the Switch, 2020 is lackluster. So I'm hoping this year we get a lot of stuff at the end of the year. But if we don't, man, I just like, what's the only other game? Like, what, they have Mario Golf. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not buying another Nintendo sports game after what they did with Tennis Aces. Like, that shit was bare bones as fuck, and they charged $60. And all they have is, like, this Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword remaster. Yo, can we just talk about that for a second? Dude, EA came out and they just released the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which comes with 3 games remastered, all these changes, all the DLC, with the exception of, I think, one thing. They charged that shit for $60. Nintendo is releasing a Wii game in 2021 with barely any type of upgrades except the controls and amiibo support, and they're charging $60 for that shit. Like I'm sorry, like, nostalgia is the only thing keeping Nintendo in business, because all of these people complain about PlayStation and Microsoft being anti-consumer, yet Nintendo, highway robbery right there, they are locking quality of life upgrades with Skyward Sword to amiibo. And people are just like, this is fine, this is okay. But fucking PlayStation comes out here talking about cross-generation, they're up in arms. Xbox is coming out here talking about this, they're up in arms. Like, people just don't keep that same energy for Nintendo, bro. Like, how do people keep defending this shit? Like, why? And that shit, you know what the sad thing is? That shit is still gonna sell millions. Because Nintendo fans, they don't have any type of backbone. I'm sorry, Nintendo fans do not have a backbone. They support anything. Anything. Like, Microsoft came out here and gave you all the Halo games in the Master Chief Collection. They update it regularly. They added mouse and keyboard support to consoles. All that shit is free. And then here you have Nintendo is charging you $60 for a Wii game, when that Wii game was $50. But people are saying, well, it's portable. I swear to God, Nintendo fans are the biggest cucks in the industry. Jesus Christ. And they're talking about, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Then you guys got to keep your mouth shut whenever anybody else does anything in the industry. You guys can't talk about no anti-consumer. Like, oh, what's up, Tony? How you doing, my boy? What's going on, Tony? You came in at the right time, man. Oh. It's just ridiculous, bro. Like, I love the Switch, but I'm not going out here and buying fucking Pokemon Snap for $60. I'm not going out here and, like, buying all of these games that Nintendo is just highway robbery. Like, man. Hey, what's going on, Jorge? How you doing, bro? Oh man. Yeah, like I said, we got angry tonight, you guys. We got angry. We had all types of rants. Man, like, PlayStation comes out with a Demon Souls remake from the ground up. It looks beautiful. It's gorgeous. $70. Oh, that's terrible. But Nintendo come out here with these Diamond and Pearl remakes that look kind of mid. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Papa Nintendo. And 2 separate versions that they don't even give you a discount on. You still got to buy it full price. Like, what is going on? Man, listen, I'm not going to knock the hustle. Nintendo, listen, I would do the exact same thing. If I gave my fan base the bare minimum and they praised me for it, if they got on YouTube and they recorded videos with their mouths wide open as the thumbnails, and I just announced fucking Nintendo Labo, and they're over here like, I'm excited to play with cardboard, like, yo. Oh my god. And that's something that's so funny. I got so much flack for saying Nintendo Labo is dumb, but I understand why Nintendo's doing it. I had all these grown-ass people in my comment section saying, ugh, you know, like, how dare you say that? And mind you, Nintendo dropped Labo support. Like, oh god. Listen, I got all the energy tonight, you guys. It's pre-E3. It's a celebration. Cardboard. Yo, they got excited for cardboard. Like, people give Xbox gamers flack for getting hyped for different controller colors. Nintendo fans got hyped for cardboard. They got their... Listen. I'm being messy tonight, you guys. So I'm gonna get the cleaning lady in here. Oh, no, but she doesn't work weekends. She'll be back on Mondays. But man, I saw these grown-ass men, man. They just unboxed cardboard, man. And I just saw them put their Switch in the cardboard, man. That was when I knew I was getting too old for this shit. When I saw grown-ass men unbox cardboard and put that shit together. Listen, I am not one to talk. I am playing Ratchet and Clank right now, which looks like a kid's game. I know, I get it. But that ain't no cardboard. This fucking grown-ass man coming out here with cardboard. Motherfuckers reading the instructions. Oh my god. Bro. And that cardboard was expensive too, man. Bro, listen, alright, listen. Oh. Cardboard! Grown-ass man watching that Nintendo Direct going like, yes! Bro, and the worst part about it is, like, you know when you can catch somebody in a lie? You know when you can catch someone in a lie where they say something like, oh, look at what my child built, and it's like the fucking Nintendo Labo or some shit like that. It's like, motherfucker, your child did not build this shit. Unless they get on camera and I see them build it, you built that shit. But you don't want to say it. $80 for off-brand Staples cardboard. Man, they just straight up like, yo. Listen, God bless everybody. Listen, if you love that Nintendo cardboard, have fun. What if the cardboard got wet? Neo, have you played Shenmue? I have played Shenmue. I played Shenmue 1, played Shenmue 2. They're cool games, but like, I don't know. I'm in the minority. Like, they're cool, but I don't know. I don't think they were really like these genre-defining games that a lot of people say they were. And I don't think they really hold up either. Like, I appreciate what they were doing at the time, but I have no desire to go back. Like, they announced the Shenmue 1 and 2 remaster, and I was like, I'm not doing it. And then Shenmue 3 came out, and then, oh, golly, I remember, whose video was it? They had the funniest ass YouTube title. They said, like, not Shenmue 3, like, ruined my life, but it was something along those lines, like, what the fuck? Shenmue walked so Yakuza could run. That's a fact. No disrespect to Nintendo YouTubers, but they get excited over literally anything. Well, listen, when you don't have 90% of the games in the industry, you gotta get excited over fucking this shit. Get excited over snipper clips and all that stuff, or 1-2 switch And, Snipper Clips is a decent game. I'm not even gonna lie, but 1-2 Switch, yo, niggas really like highway robbery. They was going over here saying, oh, 1-2 Switch is great. I'm gonna play with all my friends. Nigga, what friends? What friends? Hopefully not the people at the playground, because those kids ain't your age, bro. Man, I'm being so fucking toxic tonight, you guys. You ain't never see this side of me. Nah, man, like niggas really went out there and pre-ordered Nintendo Labo. Listen, like I get it. We all have our own preferences and shit. Like I don't knock anybody for playing Mario. I don't knock anybody for playing Banjo or Grounded. I don't, because yeah, like it appeals to everybody. But I draw the line at fucking cardboard. Give me a Sharpie and I will draw that line on the cardboard. Can't be doing this like this, y'all. No. Keep this on. Yo, Blues just said keep the toxicity up. Oh God. Anyway, does Sega still own the rights to Shenmue? I believe that, yeah, I think they do, Corey Gryffindor. With Shenmue 3, I think they just let Yu Suzuki do what he wanted because Sega's cool like that. But yeah, if we are gonna get another, I don't even think we're gonna get another Shenmue game because that shit flopped, bro. What friends? Listen, Tony. Tony. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to New York, yo. That's the homie right there. Tony, how you gonna feel if you just walk up to the pub and you see a grown ass man playing with Labo? I've seen people bring their Switches to the bars, and that's whatever. You hook up Mario Kart to that shit, you have fun. But if I see a grown ass man with Labo, oh no. Imagine how you're going to be if the Xbox press conference is bad. Oh, if that Xbox press conference is bad, you guys, this level of toxicity times 10. I'm just saying, be ready. Like all y'all over here just like, ha ha, Nintendo, ha ha, PlayStation. Oh, I'm going to keep that same energy. If that shit is mid tomorrow, I don't want to hear nothing. I do not want to hear nothing. Listen, I don't care. That dislike bar is going to be like 200 likes, 800 dislikes. I don't care. It's going down. Oh, man. What if Nintendo comes out with a Super Mario Sunshine remake or sequel? Well, they just re-released Super Mario Sunshine, so I don't think they're going to do like a remake. If they do a sequel, that should be interesting, though. But Sunshine kind of like divided the fandom. I liked it, but I know a lot of people didn't. If the Xbox Showcase is bad, I'm done. This man said he is done. $5 super chat from Dimwit Monkey. Nintendo's big announcement will be the player's choice version of Labo with new paper attachments. As funny as that is, Dimwit Monkey, I don't think they would do that because I think even Nintendo knows that shit flopped because they haven't made any new Labo shit, and they kept like it was like big at first, then the updates came out fewer and further between. Man, what bars do you go to where people play their Switches? Oh, so yeah. Everybody asks this question, like, what bar do I go to where there's a whole Switch there? So here's the thing, guys. Just because of the nature of my job, I don't usually have weekends off. I have for the past year, but I usually go out during the weekdays because when you go out on the weekends, you guys know how it is. Like, it's fucking hard to go places. Everything is crowded. So I usually go out during the week, and I go to a couple of local bars or in bars in like the town over, and on weekdays they have to do their best to try to bring in people. So at this one bar I go to, it's like 20 minutes away. Jorge, are you still here? Because if Jorge's here, he knows, because Off the Bench is actually my friend in real life. There's this one bar that we go to, and the bartender is mad dope. Yo, he brings his Switch there. He puts it on the TV. People are playing Smash Bros, Mario Kart. He brings his gaming laptop. People are playing Dragon Ball Fighters, all those other fighting games too. Like, it's fucking lit. Like, if you guys lived in my area, like, I would say, like, yo, let's go out to the bar Wednesday. We just have fun. We throw back a few brewskis, and we just chill, man. Like, that's the type of shit, like, the older I get, listen, like, I had my phase where I went to the bars on the weekend nights where you just go there and you're listening to, like, the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, culo, like, all that shit. Man, that shit is fucking exhausting, man. So as the older I've gotten, I just go and I chill. I'm more of a lounge type of person where I can go and spend quality time with people. I just don't want to go there to stunt. 'Cause that's what, like, let's just be honest, like, clubbing, like, bars on the weekend, you just go there to fucking stunt, man, or to go pick up someone. But when older you get, you just appreciate quiet times and you just have fun with people. You know, like some of the most fun I've had haven't been at bars with ridiculous cover charges. It's just been on not bars, clubs with ridiculous cover charges. It's just been me chilling with my bros at a bar or at a restaurant and having fun with the bartender, taking shots. That's what's fun to me, man. Alcohol is nasty. Cut it out, bro, for your health. No, I don't drink that often, but I do drink. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're celebrating something, I'm gonna drink. But I do that shit in moderation. I don't drink every single week. I've been addicted to Sims 4. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. Oh, it'd be like that sometimes, man. I've heard like beautiful horror stories from Sims fans where they really love it, but it's like certain things about it they don't like, but they still keep playing it. So I get that. $2 super chat from Flame. We all gangster until we get the ending E in auto. Oh my god. Damn. Anyone who's played Nier Automata knows what he's talking about. That shit, shit will change your life. Angry Orchards and White Claws for me. Oh, okay, Corey Garfield. Yeah, every now and then I'll have an Angry Orchard. Like, when I go out, like, my go-to, because I still do stay somewhat healthy when I'm drinking, I'll do, like, double shot of Tito's, Club, and a splash of cranberry. So, you know, it's not a lot of sugar in there. But more often than not, like, if I'm going out, like, a nice meal, I'll probably have myself an old-fashioned, a Manhattan. I'll just sip on that throughout the night, because, like, you can't really down that shit. But if I'm trying to get loosey-goosey, saucy, Long Island iced tea. Nothing gets me hammered like a Long Island iced tea, man. I'll have like 4 of them, and then I'm like, all right, I'm good to go. Let's do this, you know? But if I'm just chilling, minding my business, I'm just a very basic drinker. I'm not into pina coladas. I'm not into too many of these crazy mixed fruity drinks. You know, you just give me a bottle of whiskey, and I'll be fine. Whiskey, rum, bourbon. Skate 4 at the EA event. Oh, that's right. It has been a year, but I don't know how much work they could have done on Skate 4 in the past year. I don't get why people drink to celebrate. Alcohol as a depressant. I don't know, man. That shit is fun. When you go to those fun parties, man, you have a few to drink. Next day, you're just like, fuck, what did I do? But then it's fun. Like, I got fucking lost in the sauce for my brother's 22nd birthday, and we was all dead the next day, but it was like, yeah, it was well worth it. We be gaming at bars upstate New York while technically mid-Hudson. Oh, shit, David. Where you stay at, bro? Like, how far away? Because, you know, I live down, like, 45 minutes out from the city. Like, near like, Bronx, Yonkers area. By the way, Neo, do you know what time it is? Is it adventure time? It's actually 9:31 over here. I swear, if I see Microsoft promoting any TV shows like Ubisoft did, I'm done. Nah, if anything, they'll just probably talk about the Halo show very briefly. Or they might not do that at all. They might just say, this is just strictly gaming, you know? Skate for life. There we go. Where's the kitty? Oh, what's going on, Bree? How you doing, sis? So the kitty is actually my brother's kitten. So it's over at his apartment right now. But that kitty's growing quick, man. The kitten's getting so big. Wrong, it's time for the water chug. Oh, we'll save the water chug for the end of the stream. I'm in Beacon, New York. Let me see how far Beacon is from me. Beacon, New York. That is about... If Google Maps wants to load... I want to say it's probably like... Yeah, it's about an hour away. An hour and change. Hour and like 10 minutes. Okay, it's like 63 miles. All right. Yeah, like up, sort of near Wappinger Falls. Okay. Would you watch a Gears of War show by Microsoft? Absolutely. If that shit is done well, yeah. I am all for TV shows and movies of games if they work. The main problem is a lot of the time they don't. Like Castlevania is the only show that we've had that is just like perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like movie-wise, it's very hit or miss. Like even the Sonic movie, which I really enjoyed, that's not 100% Sonic as we know it. Now the sequel's looking like it might be. $2 super chat from Gustavo Bravo. You should try Tequila El Patron. It's good as fuck. Oh yeah. No, I do partake in tequilas. You know what I'm saying? And a $2 super chat coming in from Fonz Game and E3 Hype. Yo, what's up, my brother Fonz? How you doing, man? And yes, pre-E3 Hype. Bro, I don't know if you've been in the stream, but we got fucking saucy, man. This stream was wild, bro. This is one for the history books. But shout out to the homie Fonz. If you guys haven't already, go check out this man's channel. He's putting out some great content. Warcraft movie is underrated. You see, here's the thing. I like the Warcraft movie as a gamer. As a movie itself, nah. Like the gaming shit, like the lore, all that is awesome. But as a movie itself, it's just like you have to find a balance, you know? It has to be a good movie first and foremost, while appealing to the gamer crowd. But I just think that the studio chopped that movie up too much. Yeah, the Castlevania series on Netflix is incredible. And I'm really excited for all the other stuff that they have planned. But remember, it has to be with the right talent attached to it. So I got to see who's working on some of these shows. Like, that's why I'm not excited about X thing becoming an anime. I'm like, well, who's working on it? You know? Remember when Disney made a Prince of Persia movie? I try to forget, Corey. I try to forget that. Man, you remember when Ubisoft used to make Prince of Persia games, guys? Do you remember that? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, that's what happens, Jimbo. A lot of these studios, like last minute, they go in and they think that, oh, we can make the movie better, which fucks with the creative vision. It's terrible. I hate when that shit happens. Dave Bautista asked Warner Brothers to do a Gears of War movie after declining a Fast 9 role. Yeah, he's been pushing for this shit hard, and Dave Bautista is actually in Gears 5. You can play through, I think, the whole campaign as him. Was it Gears 5? Yeah, it was Gears 5. I thought it was Tactics for a second. I'm like, no. Don't shame me, but I like that Prince of Persia movie. Hey, man, listen, if you like it, you like it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Listen, provided you don't come on here and say that Dragon Ball Evolution was a great movie, like, you like what you like. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't fault people. Like, if you like something that I don't, that's okay. My main problem is where people come in here and they try to say if you don't like it, you're wrong. Or if you do like it, you're wrong. You know, just let people enjoy shit. And then you can have an honest-to-God conversation on the merits of that thing, or whether or not it's like a good adaptation or something. But, you know, there's no room for nuance these days. People are just so dogmatic. Fonz, brother, he got it bad on Twitter when the whole Battlefield shit came on. These niggas was going in on this man's life because he didn't like the idea that Battlefield 2042 was a $70 game in an era of free-to-play stuff and didn't have a campaign, yada, yada, which is a perfectly reasonable take. And I agree with Fonz in that respect, even though I am one of the people that says, I don't care if it doesn't have a campaign. I'll buy it for the multiplayer because all of my time is in the multiplayer. I can totally understand and respect Fonz's point of view. But people like Fonz and I are the fucking outliers because there's all these fucking weirdos who are just like, no, fuck you. And I'm like, yeah, man. But the thing I always tell people is to not engage with those folks. Because those people, if they're going to be coming at you with all types of obscenities and hurling, like in my case, I get a lot of racial slurs, I don't engage in them. I don't give them the time of day, because if they're not coming at me respectfully where we can have an honest to God conversation, why am I going to afford you the niceties? Like, I don't know you. You don't sleep in my bed. You don't pay my bills. So why am I going to, you get what I'm saying? Like, some of those people, you got to let them go on their dumbass way. But like Fonz and I can have an honest to God conversation about where we differ on that. But all those other people, like, man, I don't deal with them. Check my Facebook, Grant. Hold on, let me see. Whoa. Let me see what Grant's talking about. Photos. Download right now. $5 super chat from Purified Storm. Check your Facebook. Your thoughts on the Halo Infinite photos. And what if the Halo Infinite gameplay is just sprint, slide, clamor with Halo 3 style, one use equipment pickups on the map? Oh, those photos look pretty good. Wait, are these leaked? Or are these like from like the most recent update they did? I think it's from the most recent update. Yeah. Now, the photos look pretty good, but remember, anything can look good in photos. We got to see that shit in action. But as far as like gameplay styles, I'm gonna be real, guys. If Halo Infinite comes out and it's more like classic Halo, I have no problem with that. Like, I don't need Call of Duty infused into Halo. Call of Duty is Call of Duty, so let Halo be Halo. Like, I don't need sprint. I don't need ADS all the time. I don't need, like, I just need Halo. That's all I want. You can't argue with a fool. Exactly. So that's what I always just tell people. Just leave it alone. Did you watch Cruella Neo? Oh, what's going on, Julian Harris? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, I did see Cruella, and it's one of the better Disney remakes, but like movie-wise, it's good. But I don't like the directions that they were going with her character, and they did some goofy ass shit, which if you see the movie, you'll understand. It's just like, really, bro. Yeah, I did see the photos of that Halo TV show, and I mean, it looks pretty decent. But listen, until I see how that script is, I'm not getting excited. Did you hear about Yu Hakusho getting a live action adaptation? Yep, Netflix is working on it. Same thing with video games. A lot of anime does not translate well to live action. Only a few have been very good. So I'm not holding my breath for Yu Hakusho. If it's great, awesome. But I can count on my hand all the good anime adaptations into live action, and way more that shouldn't have been. And I know people get excited because, oh no, but it's going to be worked on in Japan. It's like, well, Japan also gave us those god-awful Attack on Titan movies and that god-awful Fullmetal Alchemist movie. So just because it's come from Japan doesn't mean it's going to be good. You know? Yeah. That Death Note movie was terrible, dude. The Netflix one wasn't good. The live-action ones in Japan were okay. I mean, I didn't like how they really like changed a lot of things with the story, but it was serviceable. Would you be down with an animated BioShock adaptation? Absolutely, Jimbo. I would be down for a BioShock movie. Like, I was so sad that BioShock movie by Gore Verbinski never got off the ground. I think he said that the movie was going to be way too expensive and the studio didn't want to go with his vision of that, which sucks. But honestly, with BioShock, what you need, well, yes, it is going to be expensive because of Rapture, but honestly, if you just nail the script and the characterization, yeah, I can see you do it on like a $50 million budget, which is considered low budget these days. Yeah, the Bleach one was okay. Like, it was okay, but like, to me, if you're gonna go into live action, that shit better be great. Because why would I want to watch like a mediocre adaptation of something, you know, when I have a better version of it that gets to the point better? Fuck, I just need a BioShock 3. Remember BioShock on the Vita? Oh yeah, on the NGP. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you guys follow BioShock much, but there was a report that came out that said that this new BioShock game could potentially be open world, and I don't know how y'all feel about that shit, but if this new BioShock game comes out and it's open world, it's a pass for me, bro. Like, not everything needs to be a fucking open world. And the reason why the BioShock experience works so well is because it's linear and it's narrative. Like, that's BioShock at the heart and soul. And when you do this open world experience with fucking side missions and climbing radio towers and sync up, ugh. Like, not everything needs to be a fucking open world. What is BioShock at a game being an open world? You can do hub worlds. I could see a hub world, but that's similar to what BioShock was before in the first place. You had different hubs. Ugh. Why do they hate us BioShock fans, guys? Why? It's like, Splinter Cell fans don't get any games. Rayman fans don't get any games. BioShock fans are about to get a new BioShock game. But then they talk about that shit gonna be open world. Like, I don't know what's worse. No BioShock? Or a BioShock game that's gonna be open world and it probably has no business being an open world game. Golly. But if anything, you guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream for tonight, because I gotta prep myself for tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. It's gonna be fun, you guys. E3 season is a celebration. Well, if you're any other company that's not like Ubisoft or your Gearbox. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming out to tonight's stream. This shit was fun as fuck, and I'm glad that y'all found entertainment in this shit, because I had a hell of a lot of fun. Thank you so much to all the super chat donations. Y'all are dope as fuck as usual. And we will be back here tomorrow afternoon at 12:15. I'll put up the stream link within like the next 2 hours. But we'll be back here at like 12:15 for a little bit of a pre-show, last minute powwow, and then we're gonna go into that Xbox Bethesda stream. So I hope to see you guys there tomorrow. But before then, everyone's already reminded me in the comments, we gotta do this shit. We gotta do this. I have not forgotten. First things first, hit that like button if you guys are enjoying the stream. Thank you so much. And as we do, for those who's your first Ask Neo, you might not know, throughout the course of a stream, we do a hydration check, which is you get you some water, and if you haven't been drinking any water, this is a great time to catch up on your daily water intake, and we chug. Normally, I do like to drink flat, regular mineral water, but I have carbonated water here, so this is not going to be the most, it's not going to be the smoothest experience, but we're going to do this shit. We're going to do, he said a masturbation check. Oh, no. We ain't doing that right now. No dicks out for pre-E3 streams. We ain't going to be doing that right now, but we're definitely going to be doing this hydration check. Damn, bro, is that seltzer drinking on that TV static? Yes, it is. Yes, it is TV static. Absolutely. But yeah, we're gonna be chugging this shit in 5, 4, 3, 2. Whew, there we go. This man said he got his Red Bull and he gonna chug it. Yo, this man is about to flung himself so far into the future. He is about to know the entirety of the Xbox Bethesda showcase. Leave it to Daniel Pack, man. Leave it to Daniel Pack. But yeah, that's all I got. Oh, damn, you just got here, bro. I'm sorry, Ghost Rider. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming to the stream, and I will see y'all tomorrow afternoon. Cannot wait. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.